Chapter 1132. The outer hidden sects were all located deep in the mountains and wild forests where there were few people. Moreover, they were all hidden by a formation. Ordinary people couldn't find the entrance to the sections. However, as the leader of the martial arts community, Qin Feng's network in the outer martial arts world was as wide as the sky. He asked around and found the location of Serenity. Serenity was located at the bottom of a cliff and was surrounded by steep cliffs that pierced through the clouds. The terrain here was dangerous, not to mention ordinary people. Even martial arts people didn't dare to rashly descend the mountain. If they were the slightest bit careless, they would fall to their deaths. Qin Feng rode on Flaming Dragon Horse and stopped at the edge of the cliff. After some observation, he saw through the hidden formation of Serenity. This was an illusion formation. Its effect was similar to the illusion ability of the rank 6 paranormal, William Hagen, that Qin Feng fought before. The illusion formation interfered with the martial artist's vision. The cliffs and valleys you saw didn't exist. It was just an illusion created by the formation. Master, this illusionary spell formation is very powerful. It's even more exquisite than the stellar gates concealing spell formation. I suggest you don't go in alone. Little Pig could feel the danger of the surrounding cliffs, so it used its mind to warn Qin Feng. Qin Feng had already seen through this formation and found the locations of a few formation cores. However, just as Little Pig had said, this formation was set up very intricately. The formation cores were all in the cliffs, so it was easier said than done for Qin Feng to break the formation. Even the most basic task of inserting the formation flags was very difficult, let alone attacking the formation cores later on. If I can't break the formation, then I can't find the true entrance to Serenity. What should I do? Qin Feng had just arrived at Serenity and was blocked by the illusion formation. He had a headache. Master, Golden Fur Lion King requests to fight and help Master find the entrance to Serenity. Golden Fur Lion King's voice suddenly rang in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng was shocked. Golden Fur Lion King, you know how to break formations? Master, Xie Sun is untalented and doesn't know the art of formations. However, Xie Sun has been blind for a long time, so my other senses are abnormally sensitive. Moreover, my will is firm and unaffected by external things. To put it bluntly, this illusion formation doesn't exist in front of me. Golden Fur Lion King's explanation enlightened Qin Feng. Golden Fur Lion King didn't need his eyes to see. He relied on his heart. This illusion formation could confuse a person's eyes and mind, but it couldn't confuse the blind Golden Fur Lion King. Alright, then bring me to the Serenity sect. Qin Feng's sullen mood instantly became incomparably carefree. With a slight thought, the tall and sturdy golden-haired Lion King suddenly descended from the void. That head of golden hair flickered with golden light, as if it was a magnificent battle god descending to the mortal world. Master, take out your flying sword and I'll show you the way, Golden Fur Lion King said. Whoosh! Pink light flashed. Qin Feng pulled the golden mane Lion King and leaped off the cliff. The surrounding wind howled wildly, and the cosmic flying sword carried the two of them through the cliffs. Their speed was as fast as lightning. Master, turn left quickly. The Golden Fur Lion King stood behind Qin Feng. Both of his eyes were blind. He closed his eyes and didn't look at the road. Instead, he pricked up his ears and listened to the sound of the wind around him to determine the situation in front of him. In front of Qin Feng, there were no obstructions. On the left, there was a majestic mountain. Although Qin Feng had some doubts in his heart, he did not hesitate. With a slight thought, the cosmic flying sword immediately made a sharp turn and headed towards the majestic mountain. Whoosh! As fast as lightning, he clearly saw the flying sword crash into the mountain. Qin Feng's heart was in his throat. Then, the sound of impact and the feeling of impact didn't appear at all. This was the power of the illusion formation. It had already confused Qin Feng's vision. Master, don't worry. Although my eyes are blind, my heart is incomparably clear. What Master sees is an illusion. Let me bring you to the right way out. The Golden Fur Lion King was full of confidence. This time, Qin Feng was completely at ease. Along the way, the flying sword rampaged. Qin Feng completely followed the Golden Fur Lion King's instructions and advanced. There were a few times when he was about to crash into a cliff. In the end, it was all caused by the illusion. Master, there's a chance of survival ahead. I reckon that's where serenity is. Just as the Golden Fur Lion King's voice fell, Qinfen really did see a huge and majestic sect base. There were a few women standing guard outside the city gate. Whoosh! The flying sword landed. The Golden Fur Lion King had already been recalled by Qinfen. He leaped and landed in front of Serenity. Who is it? How dare you trespass into the sacred grounds of Serenity? Just as Qinfen landed, the 8 female disciples in front of the gate unsheathed their flexible swords from their waists. All of them were outstanding beauties. Because of their cultivation, their bodies emitted a trace of spiritual energy. If they randomly threw a girl into the secular world, they would completely crush a group of popular actresses. Beauties, I am the Alliance Leader of Martial Arts, Qinfen. Today, I specially came here to see your sect leader Jingxin. Su Ruoro and Hua Xian, you were both disciples of Serenity. Qinfen didn't want to have an unpleasant relationship with Serenity. Otherwise, he would definitely be in a difficult position in the future. The 8 female disciples didn't let down their guard. Instead, they stared at Qinfen coldly. So you are the new Alliance Leader of Martial Arts. You are indeed young. Alliance Leader Qin. I wonder why you are looking for our sect leader Jingxin? She is currently in closed-door cultivation and doesn't have time to see you. The 8 beauties all spoke at once. Their voices were all very pleasant to listen to. 3 days ago, Hua Xianyu of Serenity went to Starlight Gate to prepare to occupy territory. Now that Qinfen suddenly arrived, the 8 female disciples mistakenly thought that Qinfen was here to cause trouble. Naturally, Qinfen could tell that the 8 of them were on guard against him. He smiled and said, "Don't worry, beauties. I am looking for sect leader Jingxin to discuss official business. I am not here to cause trouble." The 8 disciples looked at each other and finally shook their heads. One of the girls stared at Qinfen and said, "I told you sect leader Jingxin is cultivating and can't see you." "Oh, if that's the case, then I can only force my way in?" Qinfen smiled from ear to ear. The 8 female disciples were instantly frightened. They immediately raised their flexible swords and got into an attacking stance. Recently, Qinfen's name had spread like wildfire. These 8 female disciples knew how powerful Qinfen was. They were very afraid of Qinfen. "Do you guys want to fight me? Then let me make it clear first. I will not attack women. However, in order to subdue women, I will hug and kiss them. Last time, I hugged and hugged your senior sister Xianyu, and she ran away in anger. Do you guys want to try it?" Qinfen really couldn't fight with these female disciples. He put on a frivolous look and a wretched smile on his face. The 8 of them looked like they were about to vomit. Then, they stared at Qinfen coldly. "Shameless person. Letting someone like you become the leader of the martial arts circle is a disgrace to the martial arts circle. You pervert, I advise you to leave quickly. Otherwise, we sisters will not be polite." Qinfen could see that the 8 beauties were very afraid of him. They kept saying harsh words, but didn't dare to make a move. Qinfen also lost his patience. He was in a hurry to leave with Su Ruoro. His figure flashed and instantly disappeared. "Ah, where is he? Sisters, be careful. That pervert is gone. Ah, you stinking pervert, let go of me." As soon as Qinfen disappeared, the 8 beauties lost their heads and were instantly thrown into chaos. However, one of the women screamed. Qinfen had already run behind her and hugged her from behind, unwilling to let go. You bastard, let go of junior sister CC. CC, step on him. Quickly step on that pervert." The other 7 women looked at junior sister Hua CC and were all anxious to death. Just as they finished speaking, Qinfen disappeared again. In the next moment, another beauty cried out in alarm. "Ah, pervert, I will kill you, pervert. You dared to touch my chest. You." Among the 8, the junior sister was attacked. She was so angry that she was about to go crazy. She waved her flexible sword around and almost hit her junior sisters. The scene immediately fell into chaos. How could the 8 female disciples still have the mood to guard the door? Each of them looked around nervously, on guard against Qinfen's appearance. "Huh, junior sister, that pervert is gone?" Sisters, be careful. He must be hiding in the dark and preparing to continue attacking us. This kind of bastard should be cut into 1,000 pieces. This is too infuriating. No, junior sister. I'm afraid that bastard has already snuck into our sect base. The women suddenly realized and instantly woke up. Looking at the empty surroundings, they unanimously confirmed that Qin Fun had snuck into the base. It's over, it's over. That pervert has snuck into the base. Quickly report to senior sister Xianyu and tell sect leader Jingxin. The women hurriedly ran into the sect. They felt as if they had let the devil into the village. Qin Fun had long entered Serenity. Only now did he realize that Serenity was a female sect. Inside there were all beauties. Qin Fun hid well, and no one discovered him along the way. This Serenity was quite big. After walking around for a long time, Qin Fun already lost his sense of direction. Not far away, there was a man-made pond. In the pond, there were many Serenity female disciples bathing. They were completely empty and frolicking in the water. Qin Fun also forgot how long he had been here. Suddenly, he couldn't remember why he came to Serenity. Ah man, there's a man snuck in. Suddenly, a female disciple in the pond screamed. More than 20 beauties were so scared that their faces turned ashen. They quickly covered their bodies and ran towards the shore. Bang, bang, bang. Several explosions came from the sky. Qin Fun looked at the sky filled with flower petals falling down. Among the flower petals, Hua Xianyu was like a goddess descending to earth. Her white dress fluttered in the wind. Qin Fun was a bit dazed. Junior sisters, what's going on here? Hua Xianyu was nearby. Hearing the commotion, she quickly rushed over. The junior sisters had already put on their clothes, but their bodies were wet. The chiffon dress stuck to their bodies, making them look even more alluring. Senior sister Xianyu, there's a man. What? A man came in? Where's that asshole? Serenity was a sect that only accepted female disciples. This sect's holy land was like a country of women. There wasn't a single man to be seen. Now that a man suddenly snuck in and saw the women bathing, everyone was about to die from anger. Lady Xianyu, I finally found you. Without needing anyone to point out, Qin Fun walked over with a smile. The women who were bathing were so scared that they immediately shrunk back. Their faces were incomparably cold. They looked like they wanted to cut Qin Fun into 1,000 pieces. Chapter 1133. Senior sister Xianyu, bad news. A pervert sneaked into the sect. Another group of beautiful women ran over, all of them looking panic-stricken. These women were the female disciples who had been taken advantage of by Qin Feng. Ah, you. Before Hua Xianyu could speak, one of the female disciples suddenly saw Qin Feng. She was so shocked that she stuttered. You what? Don't you know how to speak? Qin Feng was amused by the female disciple. The female disciple's face darkened with anger. She ran to Hua Xianyu's side and stared at Qin Feng vigilantly. Senior sister Xianyu, that man is the pervert who sneaked in. He violated me and the other junior sisters outside the sect. He is a beast. I hope senior sister Xianyu can help us. Senior sister Xianyu, that stinky man peeped at us bathing. I hope senior sister Xian, you will cut out his eyes. This group of beautiful female disciples would be top-notch beauties in the secular world. However, their hearts were more ruthless than the women in the secular world. Qin Feng merely watched them bathe, and these women wanted to cut off his eyes. Hua Xianyu was depressed to death. She was speechless towards Qin Feng. The first time she saw Qin Feng at Devil Beast Mountain, Hua Xianyu felt that Qin Feng was different. She was unconscious, but Qin Feng did not take advantage of her body. He even cut his blood essence to save Hua Xianyu. How did he change so much in a year? Qin Feng, how dare you do such a shameless thing? I was blind. Today we are done. Leave now. Hua Xianyu was very disappointed with Qin Feng, but she still chose to help him one last time. According to the rules of Serenity, if a man dared to sneak in, he must be killed. Not only did Qin Feng sneak into Serenity, he hugged 2 female disciples and peeped at more than 20 female disciples bathing. Death 100 times was not enough for such a crime. Yet, Hua Xianyu was ready to let Qin Feng go. Ah, senior sister Xianyu, you want to let him go? Senior Sister Xianyu, you can't let this pervert go. He saw my body. I won't be able to face anyone in the future. The girls were immediately unhappy, and they even suspected that there was something wrong with their ears. Senior Sister Xianyu usually took care of everyone, so why was she speaking up for a stinky man today? Hua Xianyu was extremely conflicted, but she had no choice. After all, she had been through life and death with Qin Feng. Hua Xianyu didn't want to see Qin Feng die in serenity. Lady Xianyu, I can't leave yet. Hurry and tell me which room Ruoro is in. I want to find her. Qin Feng said with a chuckle. Hua Xianyu rolled her eyes and almost fainted from anger. She had betrayed her junior sisters and made an exception to let Qin Feng go. But Qin Feng did not appreciate her kindness. Qin Feng, hurry up and leave. Junior sister Wu Exan is cultivating in seclusion. She won't see you. Hua Xianyu's voice suddenly turned cold. The surrounding female disciples finally understood that this perverted thief had come for their junior sister Wu Exan. Damn pervert. Do you still want to violate junior sister Wuxin? No way. Junior sister Wuxin is kind and pure. A scoundrel like you shouldn't tarnish her. Senior sister Immortal Moon. Why are you still talking nonsense with him? Everyone attacked together. The female disciples had long hated Qin Feng. They all drew their soft swords from their waists and instantly surrounded Qin Feng. The swords were like shadows. These female disciples would not be lenient. Once they attacked, they would kill. Qin Feng, don't hurt my junior sisters. Seeing more than 20 people surrounding Qin Feng, Hua Xianyu was not worried about Qin Feng's safety at all. She was still pleading for her junior sisters. The female disciples were confused. They felt that senior sister Xianyu was not in a good mood today. Why was she pleading for that perverted thief? Beauties, if you don't stop, I won't be polite. Qin Feng's body emitted golden light. He had already activated the invincible golden body. His figure was like lightning. He quickly shuttled through the group of beauties. The female disciples fought for a long time, but they could not even touch Qin Feng's shadow. Sisters, this perverted thief has some skills. Everyone be careful. Someone in the crowd reminded. The female disciples suddenly changed their formation. This was a stance that they were prepared to lose. Swish. A gust of wind blew. Suddenly a scream came from the crowd. Ah, who patted my butt? Ah. I was also patted. It must be that perverted thief. Sisters, quickly cover your butt. No, I was attacked on the chest. This perverted thief is all pervasive. The female disciples had not yet set up their formation. They were already in a complete mess. They had just covered their butts when their chests were grabbed. When they covered their chests, their slender waists were pinched. It was simply impossible to defend. Hua Xianyu stood at the side and watched the fight. She was so anxious that she almost jumped up. Qin Feng shuttled through the group of beauties. Everywhere he went there was a scream. It felt like a pervert had barged into a nest of beauties. Qin Feng, you are the leader of the martial arts circle. How can you do such a shameless thing? You quickly stop. Hua Xianyu was really angered to death by Qin Feng. She wanted to capture Qin Feng, but Qin Feng was too fast. Hua Xianyu could not determine his position at all. Huh? Leader of the martial arts circle? That perverted thief is the leader of the martial arts circle, Qin Feng? What? I originally yearned for and admired leader Qin. Today his image in my heart has been completely destroyed. What's so great about the leader of the martial arts circle? Can he casually take advantage of girls? This is too infuriating. After the female disciples found out Qin Feng's identity, they all complained incessantly. They also gave up on fighting Qin Feng. It was rumored that 3 days ago, Qin Feng single-handedly scared away all the elders of the inner hidden sections. He also killed a stage 9 inner disciple in front of everyone and injured the unpopular sect leader Zhuhan, who was at stage 2 true qi. How could these female disciples of serenity deal with such strong skills? When the female disciples stopped, Qin Feng also stopped. He really didn't mean to take advantage of these women. If he didn't do this, would these girls stop? Qin Feng couldn't just stand there and let them hit him, right? Qin Feng, you hurry up and leave. I don't want to see you again. Seeing Qin Feng stop, Hua Xianyu's face turned ice cold. She stared at Qin Feng as if he was a stranger. Lady Xianyu, bring me to find Ruoro. After I see her, I'll leave immediately. Qin Feng insisted on his purpose of coming here. If he didn't take Ruoro away, he wouldn't leave. You're simply unreasonable. I already said that junior sister Wu Xian is in seclusion. Right now, no one can disturb her. Hua Xianyu was so anxious that she didn't know what to do. A cold voice came from midair. Since Leader Qin doesn't want to leave, then stay forever. The voice seemed to come from all directions. Even Qin Feng couldn't tell the specific direction. But in the blink of an eye, an older woman appeared in front of Hua Xianyu. The woman's long hair was coiled on top of her head. She wore a gray robe and held a horsetail whisk in her hand. She looked at Qin Feng indifferently. Sect leader Jingxin. Seeing the person who came, Hua Xianyu and the female disciples all had serious expressions and hurriedly greeted. Hua Xianyu even secretly glared at Qin Feng. Now it was too late for Qin Feng to leave even if he wanted to. Hehe. This is Serenity Sect's sect leader Jingxin. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Qin Feng smiled at Jingxin. Sect leader Jingxin's expression didn't change. Leader Qin, why did you come this time? Sect leader Jingxin, I came to find Ruoro. Qin Feng didn't waste words. Serenity Sect doesn't have Ruoro. Alliance leader Qin came to the wrong place. No. Ruoro is Serenity's current genius female disciple, junior sister Wu Xian. Lady Xianyu just said that she was in seclusion. How could she not be here? Qin Feng said seriously. Sect leader Jingxin's expression was already cold. She suddenly slapped Qin Feng. Audacious madman. You dare to trespass Serenity Sect and have bad intentions towards our female disciples. Scum like you living is a waste of air. Today I, Nun Jingxin, will rid the world of evil. Qin Feng was stunned. Why did this old nun suddenly attack while chatting? A gust of wind blew. Qin Feng's expression changed. He wanted to dodge, but his body was already sent flying. Rumble. When he landed, he smashed into a red-crowned crane statue. The statue instantly shattered into pieces, and Qin Feng smashed a deep hole in the ground. When the female disciples of Serenity saw this scene, they were delighted. Most of them had been taken advantage of by Qin Feng and were filled with anger. Just as sect leader Jingxin was about to continue attacking, Hua Xianyu suddenly stepped forward. Sect leader, you can't kill Alliance leader Qin. Jingxin stared coldly at Hua Xianyu. Why can't I kill him? He didn't really come to cause trouble. He and junior sister Wu Xian. Hua Xianyu was halfway through her sentence when sect leader Jingxin suddenly flew into a rage. She slapped Hua Xianyu's face. Shut up. Do I need you to tell me what to do? It's also because you've followed me for so many years. If it was any other disciple who said this, I would definitely kick them out of the sect. Sect leader Jingxin's mood changed greatly. Hua Xianyu was stunned. Hua Xianyu had followed sect leader Jingxin since she was young. In her heart, sect leader Jingxin was kind and amiable. She had never hit her before. She didn't think that she would become a completely different person today. Hua Xianyu couldn't plead for leniency for Qin Feng. She silently retreated to the side. The other female disciples were so scared that they trembled. This was the first time they saw the sect leader get angry. Rumble. But at this moment, there was a loud sound, and a few cracks appeared on the ground. Qin Feng, who was wearing a purple thunder robe, jumped onto a roof. Old Taoist nun, I was discussing Ruoro's matter with you and you attacked me? You even dared to slap Lady Xianyu. Today I, Qin Feng, will make you regret it. Qin Feng was also furious. Su Ruoro was his girlfriend, and now he couldn't even see her? This sect leader Jingxin was too tyrannical. Qin Feng's words shocked the Serenity disciples. They didn't understand the relationship between Qin Feng, senior sister Xianyu and junior sister Wu Xian. It seemed that Qin Feng was here to find junior sister Wu Xian. But he was also very concerned about senior sister Xianyu. Wasn't this a bit confusing? Sect leader Jingxin's eyes flashed with seriousness. She looked at Qin Feng, and then at Hua Xianyu who was standing to the side. Chapter 1134. Sect leader Jingxin's mood was not normal today. The group of female disciples immediately dispersed and vacated the space in the middle. In the blink of an eye, sect leader Jingxin, who was standing on the ground, landed on the roof. With a casual palm strike, Qin Feng was once again sent flying. Master, this old nun is an expert of the 4th stage of true qi. Golden Fur Lion King requests to fight. Qin Feng defended with all his might, but he was not sect leader Jingxin's opponent. The difference in their realms was too great. Golden Fur Lion King stomped his feet anxiously in the system. Qin Feng stood up from the ruins and casually threw a few pills into his mouth. Lightning flowed through his purple thunder robe, and Qin Feng's body shone with golden light. Seeing sect leader Jingxin standing on the opposite roof, Qin Feng was shocked. The strength of the 4th stage of true qi was indeed incomparably strong. When Qin Feng fought Ling Changkong, he used the character card to obtain Xiaofeng's peak strength. This time, when he fought sect leader Jingxin with his own realm, he discovered that he could not fight at all. Sect leader Jingxin, that perverted thief, peeked at everyone bathing and hugged a few disciples. I hope sect leader Jingxin can give everyone justice. After sect leader Jingxin appeared, the group of Serenity female disciples immediately gained confidence. A few female disciples who were touched by Qin Feng angrily complained to the sect leader. Hua Xianyu stood at the side with an anxious expression. She really wanted to go and plead for Qin Feng, but she didn't dare to open her mouth. Sect leader Jingxin didn't seem to hear the voices of everyone. She stood on the roof and looked coldly at Qin Feng. Without waiting for her to attack again, Qin Feng already yelled, "Sect leader Jingxin, I'll ask you one last time. Are you going to let me take Ruaro away or not?" Sect leader Jingxin's calm expression suddenly changed. She said with a cold face, "Alliance leader Qin, I'll say it one last time. The Ruaro you are looking for is not in Serenity. If you don't leave, I'll really kill you here." Qin Feng and sect leader Jingxin's body exploded with surging true qi. The two glared at each other with no intention of backing down. Whoosh! With a flash of pink light, Qin Feng suddenly disappeared. Cries of alarm rang out from all around. The female disciples of the Serenity sect were all frightened. They saw Qin Feng suddenly disappear right before their eyes. Even sect leader Jing Xian had a shocked expression on her face. With her eyesight at the 4th stage of true qi, how could she not clearly see how Qin Feng disappeared? Screech! A heavenly eagle's fury suddenly exploded in midair. Unbeknownst to him, Qin Feng's silhouette landed on a rooftop. He held the purple heavenly eagle bow in his hand and pulled an arrow towards sect leader Jingxin's position. All the girls exclaimed. In the air, a huge heavenly eagle condensed from true qi. The heavenly eagle swooped down with a surging and majestic aura, looking like it was going to blast the ground and the houses into ruins. Humph! Child's play. Leader Jingxin was startled in her heart, but on the surface, she pretended not to care. Seeing that the warhawk was about to devour her, Leader Jingxin suddenly raised the horsetail whisk in her hand, and a burst of Zhen Qi soared into the sky, instantly covering half of the sky. Rumble! A loud sound exploded in the air. With a wave of the horsetail whisk, the purple heavenly eagle disappeared, as if it had never been there. Even Qin Feng was shocked. This sect leader Jingxin's strength was indeed formidable. When Yiming's warning a few days ago that sect leader Jingxin's strength was not below Ling Changkong's was not false at all. While Qin Feng was distracted, sect leader Jing Xian raised his horsetail whisk again. Several white lights flickered and transformed into sword qi that rushed toward Qin Feng. Swoosh! With a flash of pink light, Qin Feng disappeared again. Sect leader Jing Xian deliberately observed Qin Feng's escape method, but she only saw a flash of pink light. She did not see clearly what it was. The female disciples of Serenity were already dumbfounded. They knew how powerful sect leader Jing Xian was, but they did not expect Qin Feng to be able to last so long in the hands of the sect leader at such a young age. Rumble! When Qin Feng reappeared, he casually threw out more than 10 balls of destructive fire. The fireballs exploded in midair, as if they were going to burn a big hole in the sky. The surrounding temperature instantly rose. Looking at the sky full of fire raining down, many female disciples were so scared that they almost cried. It's this kind of trash move again. It looks good but is useless. Sect leader Jing Xian's eyes flashed with disdain, but when the destructive fire approached, her expression changed. She originally thought that this was true qi raging fire formed by Qin Feng's true qi. But the intensity of the fire, and the hidden destructive power, had long surpassed sect leader Jing Xian's imagination. Sect leader Jing Xian, who was about to catch the dozen or so balls of destructive fire with her bare hands, immediately raised her horsetail whisk. A wave of true qi shot out, and the horsetail whisk swept past. The destructive fire flew hundreds of meters to the bottom of the cliff, and everything returned to normal in an instant. After Qin Feng finished swatting the destructive fire, he stepped on the starry sky flying sword and disappeared. Facing sect leader Jing Xian, who was at the 4th level of true qi, Qin Feng could only use this kind of guerrilla warfare. Staring at the horsetail whisk in sect leader Jing Xian's hand, Qin Feng was shocked. This old woman was really powerful. With a horsetail whisk in her hand, it was as if she could sweep away everything under the heavens. Qin Feng continuously appeared and disappeared, attacking sect leader Jing Xian unceasingly. However, these attacks were all easily broken by sect leader Jing Xian. After fighting for a long time, no one was hurt. Rumble! A bolt of purple lightning struck down from the sky. The purple thunder wild robe on Qin Feng's body whistled, and the purple thunder function was activated. Thunder clouds rolled in the sky above Serenity, as if it was the end of the world. All the female disciples raised their heads to look at the sky. They were shocked by this sudden change in weather. This was the first time Hua Xianyu had seen Qin Feng's full power attack. She was shocked speechless by Qin Feng's speed of growth. Sect leader Jing Xian, who had always been contemptuous of Qin Feng, was speechless. Thunder roared in the sky, and a bolt of lightning as thick as an arm rushed towards her. This was the heavenly thunder summoning spell. Legend has it that only those who had stepped into the immortal qi stage could use it. Qin Feng was only at the first stage of true qi, and he could actually summon lightning to the heavens? Crackle! The purple lightning had already landed on sect leader Jing Xian's head. Sect leader Jing Xian didn't dare to be negligent. She quickly raised the horsetail whisk in her hand, and even spun it a few times above her head. A strange scene appeared in midair. On top of sect leader Jing Xian's head, there seemed to be an invisible true qi barrier. The purple lightning was blocked outside the barrier, and kept flashing purple light in the air. However, it was still unable to land on sect leader Jing Xian's body. The disciples of Serenity were dumbstruck. Even Hua Xianyu's heart was surging. This was the first time everyone had seen this kind of battle between experts. The battle between Qin Feng and sect leader Jing Xian was too fierce and fierce. It made these hidden martial cultivators of China feel like they were filming a mythical TV series. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Thunder roared in all directions and lightning flashed. Qin Feng stood on the roof, and his purple thunder wild robe fluttered in the wind. He used his thoughts to incite the purple lightning to attack sect leader Jing Xian. However, the purple lightning all gathered on top of sect leader Jing Xian's head and hovered there. It was unable to break through the layer of true qi barrier. Sect leader Jing Xian's face was slightly pale. Under this overlaid purple lightning attack, she seemed to be struggling. She suddenly raised the horsetail whisk in her hand, and the purple lightning crisscrossed above her head. In an instant, she flew towards the cliff outside of Serenity. Rumble! Rumble! The lightning smashed into the precipitous cliff, causing the entire Serenity to shake violently. Serenity was built at the bottom of the cliff. After the cliff collapsed, flying rocks scattered everywhere, as if it was raining rocks from the sky. Qin Feng, you trespassed into my Serenity, and even attacked my sect. Today I will not forgive you. Sect leader Jing Xian was infuriated when she saw many of the sect's buildings being destroyed by the falling rocks. Her figure flashed, and she suddenly disappeared. Whoosh! Qin Feng did not dare to stay any longer. He stepped on the cosmic flying sword and dodged quickly. However, behind Qin Feng, sect leader Jing Xian's beautiful figure suddenly appeared. Qin Feng quickly realized that something was wrong. This old woman actually used her true qi. However, she only used a small amount of true qi. He did not expect Ling Chongkong to completely explode his true qi. Rumble! After using her true qi, sect leader Jing Xian became even stronger. Her speed was almost on par with the cosmic flying sword. The horsetail whisk in her hand was constantly raised, and every time it caused a huge commotion. The cliffs and the ground that were hit instantly became huge holes. Master, let Golden Fur Lion King fight. Little Pig's voice sounded in Qin Feng's mind. At this moment, Qin Feng was in a trap, and Little Pig was very worried. Rumble! Another loud sound rang out. This time, it was Qin Feng's body that exploded. This time, Qin Feng did not dodge in time, and was sent flying by sect leader Jing Xian's horsetail whisk. His entire body landed on the ground, and created a huge hole. Bang! Sect leader Jing Xian landed on the ground. Her feet stepped on the ground, and the surrounding area cracked. Qin Feng lay in the deep hole. This time his injuries were not light. His body was covered in blood, and he also suffered some internal injuries. Qin Feng, instead of being the martial arts alliance leader, you came to my serenity to cause trouble. Since that's the case, don't blame me for killing you. Sect leader Jing Xian's killing intent rose. She raised the horsetail whisk above her head, and was about to land a fatal blow. Just as Qin Feng was about to release the Golden Fur Lion King, he heard a loud noise coming from afar. That sect leader Jing Xian was also attracted by the noise. He didn't have the time to deal with Qin Feng anymore. He leaped and rushed towards the source of the noise. What's going on in the seclusion pavilion? Sect leader Jing Xian instantly returned to the crowd and asked Hua Xianyu. Sect leader Jing Xian, I think junior sister Wu Xian has broken through. Hua Xianyu's expression was calm, but her heart was in turmoil. This was the first time junior sister Wu Xian attempted to break through to stage 9 inner chi. She did not expect that she would succeed. One should know that stage 9 inner chi was the most important and most difficult realm to break through in the inner chi realm. Many geniuses were stuck at this realm, and even after breaking through several times, they still did not succeed. A gratified smile flashed across sect leader Jing Xian's cold face. Her figure had already disappeared, but her voice reverberated in the same place. Guard this place well. Don't let Qin Feng come in. Sect leader Jing Xian had already rushed to the seclusion pavilion. Hua Xianyu and a group of female disciples were guarding the door. At this time, Qin Feng was still lying in the huge hole, nursing his body. His true qi was in a mess after being hit by sect leader Jing Xian's palm. He could not circulate his true qi for a while, or else he would easily die from qi deviation. Crack! Chapter 1135. Disciple Wu Xian greets Master. Su Ruoro sat cross-legged on a praying mat naked. Her long dress had been torn to shreds during the breakthrough. After breaking through to stage 9 inner chi, Su Ruoro's bones and meridians were reconstructed. Her skin became translucent, and her body exuded an aura of spirituality. She was as beautiful as a goddess who had descended to the mortal world. Wu Xian, you don't have to get up. You've just broken through, so you should take care of your body first. Sect leader Jingxin waved her hand. When Su Ruoro heard the name Wu Xian, it was as if a memory spring had been opened. Boundless, unforgettable memories flooded into Su Ruoro's mind like a tidal wave. Su Ruoro? My name is Su Ruoro. 10 months ago, I betrayed the man I loved the most in my life. I wanted to commit suicide by jumping off a cliff. Sect leader Jingxin saved my life, and I came to Serenity to cultivate. Qin Feng appeared. He appeared at the martial arts circle convention. He recognized me, but I lost my memory at that time. Su Ruoro betrayed Qin Feng and treated him coldly when she lost her memory. When these unforgettable memories came back, Su Ruoro's tears fell like rain. She felt as if her heart was being pierced by thousands of arrows. Although 10 months had passed since the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace, the heart-wrenching pain and heart-wrenching regret had not lessened in the slightest. Instead, it had accumulated more and more as time passed. It was so intense that Su Ruoro wanted to commit suicide again. Sect leader Jingxin stood quietly at the side, watching Su Ruoro cry in pain and despair. Sect leader Jingxin was the one who erased Su Ruoro's previous memories, so sect leader Jingxin knew that the memories were not really erased. They were just sealed in the depths of Su Ruoro's mind. When Su Ruoro broke through to stage 9 inner chi, Her memories could no longer be sealed. They would appear on their own. Nothing could change that. Sect leader Jingxin, your disciple begs for death. Please grant my wish. Su Ruoro had lost 10 months of her memories. She had temporarily survived these 10 months. But the moment she regained her memories, she couldn't even live for a second longer. Every second was filled with endless pain and regret. This was truly a life worse than death. Sect leader Jingxin rushed over the moment Su Ruoro broke through because she was afraid that Su Ruoro would commit suicide again. Sect leader Ruoro's heart wavered when she saw her beloved disciple in such pain. Since Qin Feng was outside, sect leader Jingxin could let Su Ruoro leave and stay with Qin Feng from then on. However, sect leader Jingxin had her own selfish motives. Su Ruoro had the frostine body that only appeared once in 100 years. She was the genius disciple who cultivated the fastest in serenity. In just 10 short months, Su Ruoro went from an ordinary person to the early stage of Stage 9 inner Qi. Sect leader Jingxin believed that with continued training, Su Ruoro would stand at the peak of the outer martial arts world in 8 to 10 years. She would lead Serenity to become the #1 sect in the martial arts world. Two kinds of thoughts were entangled in leader Jingxin's mind, and she finally made a decision. Wu Xian, the man you miss is outside. Today he broke into Serenity alone and wants to take you away. Just as sect leader Jingxin finished speaking, Su Ruoro, who was sobbing, suddenly raised her head. Her exquisite and peerlessly beautiful face was filled with shock, and she said in a trembling voice, "Sect leader Jingxin, are really? Qin Feng is outside? Did he come here to find me? I want to see him. I can't be without Qin Feng." Su Ruoro didn't care that she was naked. She ran out emotionally. Just as he reached sect leader Jingxin's side, sect leader Jingxin's cold voice sounded. "You can look for him, or tell him that you have regained your memory. But doing so will only harm him, because you are the genius disciple of Serenity, and the personal disciple of sect leader Jingxin. I won't allow anyone to take you away from here." Su Ruoro, who had just run to the door, suddenly froze. Her body trembled uncontrollably, and she mechanically turned around to look at sect leader Jingxin in a daze. "Sect leader, I don't like cultivating or fighting. I also don't like power or fame. I just want to follow Qin Feng and live a peaceful life. I beg sect leader Jingxin to fulfill this wish of mine." Su Ruoro knelt on the ground and kowtowed to sect leader Jingxin. Sect leader Jingxin's heart was pounding, but she didn't seem to see Su Ruoro. "You can't do what you want in Jianghu. Fate is like this. It's not something you and I can choose. You don't have to beg me anymore. Serenity's rules have existed for hundreds of years. I won't change them just because of you. Come with me later and tell Qin Feng to leave. If you want to leave with Qin Feng, I'll kill him." Sect leader Jingxin was cold and ruthless. When she finished speaking, she disappeared from the room. Su Ruoro looked at the empty room. She cried and kowtowed crazily. Even when her forehead was broken and blood flowed freely, she didn't want to stop. Su Ruoro went from hope to despair. She felt that her relationship with Qin Feng was too rough. But Su Ruoro didn't regret it. If she could relive her life, Su Ruoro would still want to know Qin Feng. She vaguely remembered the first time she met Qin Feng. Qin Feng was riding a 28 bicycle while she was chasing after a bus. Then, she was muddle-headed and was taken to royal group by Qin Feng. Outside the seclusion pavilion, Hua Xianyu and a group of female disciples stood with swords in their hands. They were ready to attack at any time. Qin Feng jumped out of the deep pit and stood face to face with the female disciples. "Miss Xianyu, please step aside. I must take Su Ruoro away today. If you dare to stop me, I won't be polite." Qin Feng was enraged by sect leader Jingxin. He didn't have the patience to play with Serenity anymore. Hua Xianyu looked at Qin Feng, who was covered in blood and wounds, but still insisted on seeing junior sister Wuxin. She couldn't help but feel her heart palpitate. She could see that Qin Feng really cared about junior sister Wuxin. But Hua Xianyu couldn't step aside. "Qin Feng, hurry up and leave. When sect leader Jingxin comes out, you'll really die here." Hua Xianyu started to persuade Qin Feng again. In her opinion, although Qin Feng was powerful, he was still no match for sect leader Jingxin. The other female disciples' emotions also changed. Before, everyone thought Qin Feng was a pervert. But after seeing this scene, they felt that Qin Feng was really loyal and persistent. Both of them had their own insistence. Neither was willing to give in. Since things had come to this, Qin Feng didn't waste any more words. He leaped into the seclusion pavilion. Rumble! A loud explosion resounded in the seclusion pavilion. Sect leader Jingxin stood at the door. Her palm collided with Qin Feng. Qin Feng was sent flying like a kite with a broken string. Sect leader Jingxin stood still at the door. Sect leader Jingxin. Junior sister Wuxin. Hua Xianyu hurriedly walked up to Su Ruoro. She could feel the change in Su Ruoro's aura. Hua Xianyu was sure that junior sister Wuxin had successfully broken through to the early stage of Stage 9 inner qi. Qin Feng landed on the ground dozens of meters away, knocking down a building. Sect leader Jingxin coldly looked into the distance. Her expression didn't change at all. Su Ruoro saw Qin Feng. Qin Feng was buried in the ground. His body was covered in blood, and his long hair was stained with dirt. He was in a sorry state, but in Su Ruoro's eyes, he was still handsome and tall. Su Ruoro felt like her heart was pierced by thousands of swords. Her body trembled. She wanted to rush up to Qin Feng and hug him. She wanted to melt into his embrace. However, Su Ruoro stood motionlessly at the door. She raised her head slightly, and didn't let her tears fall. Ruoro, have you broken through to Stage 9 inner qi? I'm here to pick you up. Hurry up and come back with me. Qin Feng forced himself to stand up. When he saw Su Ruoro at the door of the seclusion pavilion, he quickly ran up to her. She raised her horsetail whisk, and a true qi barrier appeared in front of sect leader Jingxin. She drew an impassable boundary between her and Su Ruoro and Qin Feng. Bang! When Qin Feng reached the door, he was bounced back by the true qi barrier. Qin Feng, I'll give you one last chance. If you leave now, I'll pretend nothing happened. Sect leader Jingxin's voice was ice cold. Su Ruoro, who stood behind her, was sweating for Qin Feng. After Qin Feng fell to the ground, he immediately got up and struck the true qi barrier with his palm. Rumble! The true qi barrier turned out to be a miniature rebound formation. Qin Feng attacked with all his strength, but the true qi barrier bounced back and sent Qin Feng flying. Qin Feng was already injured. Now that the true qi in his body was in chaos, he couldn't help but spit out a few mouthfuls of blood. Su Ruoro's body trembled more and more violently, and the tears in her eyes flowed uncontrollably. She instinctively took a step forward, wanting to rush over and hug Qin Feng. However, at this moment, she heard sect leader Jingxin's voice by her ear. Don't move if you don't want him to die. If you don't want him to suffer, then be ruthless and chase him away. Su Ruoro was faced with the most difficult choice in her life. She had regained her memory. She wanted to hug Qin Feng and stay by his side for the rest of her life. However, sect leader Jingxin prevented her from doing so. She could tell that Qin Feng was no match for sect leader Jingxin. Alliance leader Qin, please don't look for me anymore. I don't have a good impression of you, let alone romantic feelings. Su Ruoro couldn't bear to watch any longer when she saw Qin Feng forcing himself to charge at her again. Qin Feng stopped abruptly in front of the seclusion pavilion. He looked at Su Ruoro and said, Ruoro, you lost your memory. We used to be lovers. Come back with me first. I promise I'll help you recover your memory. Su Ruoro held back her tears when she heard Qin Feng's gentle voice. She said coldly, I know I lost my memory. That's why I told you to leave and never look for me again. Since I chose to lose my memory, it means that I'm desperate for my past memories and feelings. I don't want to recover my memory. I don't want to know you anymore. Su Ruoro swore that this was the most dishonest thing she'd ever said in her life. However, she had to do it to save Qin Feng's life. Qin Feng was stunned. He was awakened by Su Ruoro's words. Chapter 1136. Alliance leader Qin, you should leave quickly. Disciple Wu Xian's words are very clear. I hope you don't disturb her, sect leader Jingxin said coldly. She had an extra layer of qi around her. It seemed that if Qin Feng didn't leave, she would attack. Qin Feng didn't care about sect leader Jingxin. He quietly looked at Su Ruoro, who was as beautiful as a goddess. It was true that Qin Feng couldn't beat sect leader Jingxin. But if Su Ruoro was willing to go with him, Qin Feng would release Golden Fur Lion King and make the entire Serenity his enemy. But Su Ruoro wasn't willing. Qin Feng had already backed down. Lady Wu Exai and Lady Xianyu, goodbye. Qin Feng left as soon as he said he would. He did not stay for a moment longer. A pink light flashed, and his figure disappeared. His voice echoed in the surroundings. Hua Xianyu's beautiful eyes were complicated. Looking at Qin Feng's lonely figure, Hua Xianyu was touched. Those female disciples who had previously complained that Qin Feng was a pervert and a sex fiend, at this moment, their disgust for Qin Feng disappeared. They could see the affection Qin Feng had for their junior sister Wuxin. Such a person who valued friendship and righteousness easily made people admire him. Su Ruoro's eyes were empty. She looked at the sky where Qin Feng disappeared. Qin Feng left with Su Ruoro's heart. At this moment, Su Ruoro had all her memories, but lost the most important man. Wu Exaian, you just broke through. Go in and stabilize your strength. Sect leader Jingxin was relieved. She was worried that Wu Exaian would suddenly go to Qin Feng. Seeing that the situation was settled, sect leader Jingxin left. Junior sister Wu Exaian. Inside the seclusion pavilion, Su Ruoro sat on the floor. Hua Xianyu walked in quietly. Senior sister Xianyu, Su Ruoro greeted, but still had that disappointed look. Hua Xianyu and Su Ruoro went to the Martial Circle conference and saw Qin Feng in Devil City. She knew a lot about Qin Feng and Su Ruoro. Junior sister, I have something I don't know if I should say. Hua Xianyu's mind was in a mess. After seeing Qin Feng leave with heavy injuries, Hua Xianyu couldn't let go of something. Senior sister, just say it. Alliance Master Qin who just left. Do you really not remember him? Hua Xianyu lowered her voice and asked. Su Ruoro's expression changed greatly. She looked at Hua Xianyu in astonishment and asked, Senior sister, what do you mean? Hua Xianyu did not know that Su Ruoro had recovered her memories. As a woman, she could not bear to see a pair of lovers leave each other. After hesitating for a while, Hua Xianyu made a decision. Junior sister Wuxin, actually 10 months ago, you wanted to commit suicide on the cliff opposite Devil Beast Mountain in Acropolis City. It was sect leader Jing Exaian who saved you. After that, you took the initiative to erase your memories. So all your memories before you entered the sect disappeared. And that alliance leader Qin was your lover before you stepped into Serenity. Have you really forgotten about him? Hua Xianyu told her everything. She hoped that junior sister Wuxin would make her own choice. Su Ruoro was dumbstruck. She never thought that senior sister Immortal Moon would tell her these things behind sect leader Jingxin's back. Senior sister, don't say any more. Actually, I have already recovered my memories. Let's stop here. If sect leader Jing Exaian finds out, she will punish you. Su Ruoro's words stunned Hua Xianyu. She came to a realization and understood many things. So, junior sister Wuxin recovered her memories when she chased Alliance Master Qin away? Hua Xianyu looked at Su Ruoro in confusion. Su Ruoro nodded slightly. I recovered my memories after I broke through to the early stage of Stage 9 Inner Qi. Hua Xianyu was confused. Then why did you pretend that you did not know Qin Feng? Did he really hurt you too deeply? Su Ruoro shook her head with all her might. She couldn't hold back her tears and said, Qin Feng treated me very well. I betrayed him. I can't look for him anymore. Sect leader Jing Exaian will kill him. Hua Xianyu finally understood everything. She was shocked. She had followed sect leader Jing Exaian for dozens of years. Sect leader Jing Exaian was a kind and amiable person. Why did she make such a painful decision to separate junior sister Wuxin and alliance master Qin? Senior sister Immortal Moon, junior sister Wuxin will remember your kindness. Don't mention this again. Otherwise, sect leader Jing Exaian will punish us severely. Su Ruoro shook her head. She didn't want to talk about this anymore. She felt that if she missed this chance with Qin Feng, she wouldn't have another chance. Hua Xianyu felt a little sad in her heart. She could see that junior sister Wuxin was still deeply in love with Qin Feng. Qin Feng also single-handedly killed his way here for junior sister Wuxin. Hua Xianyu silently planned to help junior sister Wuxin, if there was an opportunity. The hero city built in the outer martial world developed rapidly. Now its power had reached the standard of the 5 hidden hegemons. The outer hidden sects often went to Hero City. They helped with the construction of Hero City, while cultivating and breaking through in the immortal Ascension Cave. The base of the Hero Alliance became the base of the Martial World Alliance. Now not only did the entire outer hidden sects join the alliance, but a small half of the inner hidden sects also joined. After Qin Feng returned from Serenity, he locked himself in the immortal Ascension Cave and trained hard for 7 days. During these 7 days, Qin Feng didn't eat or drink. He cultivated day and night without stopping. His stage 1 true qi was completely stabilized, and there were faint signs of a breakthrough. After 7 days, Qin Feng's emotions stabilized slightly. He gradually walked out of Su Ruorou's shadow. Master, you haven't eaten for 7 days. Shaoli made red date porridge. Have some, master. Many people surrounded the entrance of the immortal Ascension Cave. They were all waiting for Qin Feng to come out. Shaoli was the first to rush over. He held a thermos cup in his hand and was very considerate towards Qin Feng. Big brother Qin, I made steak. Do you want to eat some to replenish your strength? Hai Qing also rushed over and held Qin Feng's other arm. When Yiming stood outside and looked at Qin Feng worriedly, even Elder Thousand Illusion Child of Ice Lake Mountain was there. I don't have an appetite. Everyone go do your own things. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. Qin Feng forced a smile. Everyone could see that Qin Feng had something on his mind. However, no one knew what was wrong with Qin Feng. Ever since he returned from Serenity, he had been like this. Alliance leader Qin, what's wrong with you? Are you lonely? Do you want me to go back with you and fight 300 rounds? You'll definitely come back to life. Elder Thousand Illusion Child pulled Qin Feng to the side and teased him. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at her and said, You should go fight someone else. I'm not interested. Elder Thousand Illusion Child was defeated. She realized that Qin Feng really did have something on his mind. She glared at Qin Feng and walked away. No one went to disturb Qin Feng. Qin Feng sat alone on the entrance of Hero City. He looked in the direction of Serenity in a daze. Qin Feng, where are you? Hero City is in trouble. Come back quickly. While Qin Feng was lost in thought, the Heroes Alliance interface sounded in his mind. Hua Yin was anxiously shouting in the system. Qin Feng, Bei misses you. Come back quickly. Qin Yi is up to no good. Young Master Qin, come back quickly. Hero City is in trouble. Voice after voice sounded in Qin Feng's mind. Hero City was developing like a raging fire. But Hero City and Acropolis City was in trouble. Whoosh! With a flash of pink light, Qin Feng disappeared from Hero City. He quickly rushed back to Hero City in Acropolis City. Hero City and Acropolis City. Great changes had taken place in the past few days. The guards at the entrance had changed. Before it was Long Hair and the Feng Group and Huang Jinghua and the Hong sect who took turns guarding the entrance. Now it was a group of strange black-robed people. There was also chaos in Hero City. In the main building's hall, Zhao Lingxian and the other women, as well as Lu Jie and the other men were gathered. They stood back to back and looked warily at the people surrounding them. This group of people was led by Qin Yi. They were all strange people in black robes and exuded a strong aura of corpses. Qin Yi, what are you doing? Are you trying to rebel? Zhao Lingxian angrily glared at Qin Yi. She wanted to rush up and kill this traitor with her own hands. Qin Yi sneered. He didn't care about Zhao Lingxian and the others at all. What am I doing? Can't you see? Of course, we're going to seize Hero City's territory. Such a good land with good feng shui should belong to our Verdant sect. Everyone's expression changed drastically when they heard the words Verdant sect. They had long suspected that Qin Yi had brought Verdant sect disciples with him. However, they were still shocked when Qin Yi said it himself. This person was with the Verdant sect, which did all sorts of evil things in the martial arts world. He was a disgrace to the Qin family. Qin Yi, how dare you? Your cousin Qin Feng let bygones be bygones and open his heart to let you join Hero City. But you colluded with Verdant sect in the dark to deal with everyone. You're worse than a beast. Zhao Lingxian gnashed her teeth and glared at Qin Yi. The other women were also furious. Verdant sect old dogs, it's good that you're here. I, Hua Yan, will eliminate evil for the martial arts world today. I'll kill all of you, who are neither human nor ghost. Hua Yan, the two of us will take the lead. The rest of you be careful. If you have a chance, run away. Ren Xiaoyao stepped forward and stood shoulder to shoulder with Hua Yan. These women usually quarreled with each other, but they were always united in the face of an enemy. Hua Yan, Xiaoyao, you two have to be careful. We won't run away. This is our home, and we can die fighting for our home. Han Ying was the oldest among the women. She also had the most experience. She also stepped forward and encouraged her sisters. The women in Hero City wore solemn expressions. They stepped forward and lined up in a row. None of them retreated. Before Qin Feng left, he had handed Hero City to them. Before Qin Feng returned, they swore to defend this territory with their lives. The Verdant sect members were shocked by the women's determination. Chapter 1137. You ignorant women, I advise you to surrender now. Otherwise, none of you will live a good life today. Qin Yi was not in a hurry to attack. All of Qin Feng's women were outstanding beauties. Qin Yi wanted to subdue them, so that he could piss off Qin Feng to death. Ever since the battle at the Amethyst Dragon Palace, Qin Yi had been holding a grudge against Qin Feng. He blamed his crushing defeat, and the fact that he was transformed by the Verdant sect on Qin Feng. As long as Qin Feng was alive, the flame of hatred in Qin Ye's heart would not be extinguished. Before the women could speak, Lu Jia, Huang Jinghua, and Long Hair led their subordinates and rushed forward to protect the women behind them. Lu Jia glared at Qin Yi angrily and said, "You want us to surrender? Save it. We'd rather die in battle than bow our heads to you monsters. People like you will go to hell sooner or later. How can you be worthy of young Master Qin's mercy?" Qin Yi was enraged when he heard Qin Feng's name. His eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Don't mention Qin Feng's name in front of me. It's all his fault that I'm in this situation. Not only will I occupy his city, but I'll also play with all his women. As the saying goes, nothing tastes better than dumplings and nothing is more fun than sister-in-law. Ha ha ha. Qin Yi became a little deranged. He laughed like a wild beast. Hua Yan and the other women gritted their teeth so hard that they almost broke them. They had never seen a man as shameless as Qin Yi. "You scum! I'll kill you first." Crackle. A loud sound exploded in midair. Hua Yan had been cultivating hard in the spirit gathering formation recently, and she was now an 8th-layer demonic cultivator. She swung the blood shadow whip, and the top of Qin Ye's group was instantly covered by the blood-colored whip's shadow. Humph. Do you think you can resist? You're overestimating yourselves. Qin Ye's pupil shrank. A gust of chilly wind burst out from his body. The chilly qi surged toward them like the chilly qi of a dead body. The temperature in the surroundings plummeted instantly. The chilly wind rose and blocked the blood-colored whip above their heads. Qin Ye's cultivation technique was really strange. It was neither a martial cultivator nor a devil cultivator, and it did not seem like a heretic cultivator of the Verdant sect. Yin Yin, be careful. This guy's skill is very strange. Let me help you. Ren Xiaoyao waved her sword, and a half-moon pattern appeared behind her. She slashed down with her waning moon sword. Her sword technique was exquisite, and in an instant, a powerful sword qi enveloped the surroundings. Bang 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 bang. The whip shadow and the sword qi fused together, and instantly broke the layer of chilly wind above Qin Ye's head. Qin Ye's expression changed drastically. His cultivation method was indeed unique. Like Shaoli, he was also a ghost cultivator. However, Qin Yi had not been cultivating for a long time. He was only a stage 5 immortal ghost, which was equivalent to a stage 7 inner qi cultivator. He could not even withstand a single blow from Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao. "Brothers, let's kill our way out and protect our sisters-in-law from Hero City." Seeing that Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao had started fighting, Lu Jia let out a roar and charged into the crowd with the Overlord Slash. Huang Jinghua and Long Hair also launched an attack with their weapons. The three of them searched for a way out from 3 different directions. They did not want to fight head-on, as long as they could protect the women. The crowd was instantly thrown into chaos. Qin Yi had brought more than 50 verdant sect elites with him. All of them were stage 6 inner chi experts and above. Moreover, they carried a lot of hidden weapons and poisons with them. If they were not careful, they would fall into their trap. The battle was extremely intense from the very beginning. Lu Jie's team quickly fell into a disadvantageous position. They had too few experts on their side. Hua Yin and Ren Xiaoyao were the main force. The disciples of the Feng group and the Hong sect were all knocked out. Long Hair had just reached stage 5 inner chi. His body was covered with wounds, but he was still fighting with all his might. Lu Jie and Huang Jingguo were the strongest. They could only hold off a group of verdant sect disciples. However, there were still a lot of people who took advantage of the chaos and charged into the women's camp. Haha! Without Qin Feng, Hero City is just an empty shell. It can't even withstand a single blow. Kill all the men and tie up all the women. Qin Yi had already leaped onto the roof behind Lu Jie. His current strength was not that high, but it was not important. Qin Yi did not even need to do anything. He only needed to cooperate with the verdant sect to defeat Hero City. As the little Zhuge of Jincheng City, he preferred to fight with his brain. Just as the verdant sect disciples were about to defeat Lu Jie and his team, a white figure suddenly flew over from the sky and launched several palm strikes. Who dares to cause trouble in Hero City? Fall all of you! The roar was as loud as thunder. The aura of a stage 9 inner chi expert surged in all directions. The palm strikes landed on the ground and created a few deep craters. The verdant sect disciples did not have time to dodge. More than a dozen of them were sent flying into the sky. The white figure flickered and sent the disciples flying in all directions. Grandpa! Hua Yin shouted excitedly when she saw the person who came. Hua Bei leaped down from the roof and stood in front of the women. Yin Yin, bring them back. Let me handle this. Hua Bei was dressed in a white robe. His white hair fluttered in the wind. He was a stage 9 inner chi expert. Ever since he moved the herb garden to Hero City, he had been cultivating and planting herbs. He had reached the peak of stage 9 inner chi. Hua Bei's arrival turned the situation around. The verdant sect disciples hastily retreated. They did not dare to attack again. They stood in a row and glared at Hua Bei and his team. Aren't you planting flowers and plants in the herb garden? You're an expert? Qin Yi gnashed his teeth in anger when he saw the drastic change in the situation. Ever since he joined Hero City, he had been gathering information about the city every day. In the past half a month, Qin Yi had thoroughly grasped the main defense forces of Hero City. Lu Jie, Huang Jingguo, and Long Hair were the main defense forces of Hero City. Qin Feng and the women were also cultivating, but their realms were not high. After Qin Yi understood the situation in Hero City, he planned to lead the verdant sect disciples to rebel against Qin Feng. However, the sudden appearance of Hua Bei messed up Qin Yi's plan. I'm indeed planting flowers and plants in the herb garden, but I never said that I'm not an expert. That's not a problem, is it? Hua Bei looked at Qin Yi with a smile, as if he did not see the dozens of verdant sect elites surrounding him. Qin Yi was enraged. He felt like he had been deceived. However, Hua Bei had already made his move. She sent a palm strike at Qin Yi, who was standing on the roof. Rumble! Before Hua Bei arrived, the palm strike had already exploded. This was the full-force attack of a stage 9 inner chi expert. The violent gale seemed to be able to destroy everything. Qin Yi's expression changed drastically. With his current strength, he could not withstand Hua Bei's palm strike. However, he did not dodge. Instead, he shouted at the sky, "Master, save me!" Rumble! A gust of chilly wind suddenly rose and set off a stormy atmosphere. Hua Bei's palm strike was instantly swallowed by the chilly wind, as if it had never appeared. Everyone looked up and saw a black figure hiding in the chilly wind whirlpool. He was hundreds of meters away, but in the blink of an eye, he appeared beside Qin Yi. Who are you? Hua Bei furrowed her brows as she stared at the black-robed man on the roof. No one knew when, but a strange man wearing a black robe and a black hat had appeared beside Qin Yi. His voice sounded like two pieces of metal rubbing against each other, making the girls' hearts ache. One of the verdant sect's 5 kings, the ghost masking king. Hua Yin, Ren Xiaoyao, and Qiao Shishir exclaimed. They were familiar with the name of the ghost masking king when they attacked the Verdant sect's research base in Hepping Town. There were 5 kings in the Verdant sect, and the ghost masking king was one of them. However, Qin Feng had destroyed the Verdant sect's research base and burned the ghost masking king to a crisp. How could he still be alive? You're lying. You're not the ghost masking king. The ghost masking king was burned to death by Qin Feng half a month ago. Hua Yin yelled as she pointed at the black-robed man on the roof. Before the black-robed man could speak, Qin Yi, who was pale with fright just a moment ago, burst into unbridled laughter. Ha! You foolish women are really naive. Even now, you still can't see through our plan? The attack on the Verdant sect's research base that night was nothing but a trap. My purpose was to lower your guard and make you believe that I'm willing to join you. My master, the ghost masking king. And we are ghost cultivators. Ghost cultivators cultivate soul power. As long as we have soul power, what's the big deal about our physical bodies? Even if Qin Feng burned 10,000 of my master's physical bodies to death, he wouldn't be able to destroy my master's powerful soul power. With the support of the ghost masking king, Qin Yi completely disregarded Hua Bei and the others. Hua Bei was merely at the peak of the 9th stage of internal qi, but her master, the ghost masking king, was a stage 1 great ghost cultivator, which was comparable to a stage 3 true energy martial cultivator. In the secular world of China, he was an invincible existence. Everyone was stunned. They looked at Qin Yi and the ghost masking king in confusion. Ghost cultivators were even rarer than devil cultivators and evil cultivators. No one had ever heard of Hua Bei. How could a ghost cultivator be immortal? Everyone found it hard to believe. Master, Qin Feng has gone to the outer martial world to become the Martial World Alliance master. We should seize this opportunity to conquer Hero City. Qin Yi laughed for a while and suddenly looked at the ghost masking king with a solemn expression. The ghost masking king's face was covered by a black hat, so no one could see his face clearly. Disciples' plan this time is very perfect. After we subdue Hero City, I will go to the evil sovereign sect master to ask for your reward. These ants are like turtles in a jar. Let's wait for the news from the other disciples first. When they send out the signal to attack, I will eliminate these ants in a matter of minutes. The Verdant sect's plan this time was to conquer Hero City. Killing Hua Bei and the others was only a part of the plan. The expressions of Lin Bei and the others changed. They were not worried that Hero City would be conquered. Instead, they looked at Qin Yi and the ghost masking king in amusement. It was as if they were looking at 2 clowns. You are all people who are about to die. Why are you looking at us with such an expression? Qin Yi was very smart. He had already noticed something fishy. He didn't know why, but he suddenly felt a little uneasy. Qin Yi, you worked together with Sima Tu and Li Xiaojie to frame Qin Feng in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. In the end, the 3 of you were killed, and Qin Feng managed to escape. Haven't you learned your lesson? You are no match for Qin Feng. Not in the past, not now. Chapter 1138. When Qin Yi heard about the incident at the Amethyst Dragon Palace, he became crazy. He pointed at Han Ying and roared, "Bitch, shut up. Qin Feng will definitely lose this time. My Verdant sect's branch is already attacking your Hero City. What is there to be confident about? When I completely conquer Hero City, you will be the first one to die. Bastard. I am your sister-in-law. How dare you say such disrespectful words to me? Even if Qin Feng is here, I won't let him off so easily." Han Ying was also infuriated. Her face was so cold that it looked like it was about to freeze. However, at this time, a series of hurried footsteps came from all directions. It seemed like a large group of people were rushing towards them. Lord Ghost-facing King, it's not good. We have fallen into an ambush. It turned out that these people were the Verdant sect's disciples who were sent to conquer Hero City. More than 400 Verdant sect's disciples rushed over from all directions. All of them wore black robes. It was a spectacular scene. Ambush? What's going on? Qin Yi's expression changed dramatically. The uneasy feeling in his heart grew stronger. Before the Verdant sect's disciples could answer, a series of loud noises came from the void. Rumble. Rumble. A white figure came from the north. He was dressed in white, and his long hair fluttered in the wind. He moved quickly on the roof with a sword in his hand. He was called the sword god of the generation, Shimin Shueishua. The ordinary black scabbard sword in his hand lit up half the sky. Xiao! Xiao! Sword energy surged. It was as if a storm of swords had fallen. The verdant sect's disciples couldn't resist at all. In an instant, dozens of them fell into a pool of blood. Just as Shimin Shueishua landed on the north side, another series of explosions came from the south side. Ouyang Feng, who was dressed in a black robe, roared angrily. He waved his huge fists and condensed his true energy. Several spirit snakes dashed into the crowd, creating a series of explosions wherever they went. The fleeing verdant sect's disciples were blasted into the blue sky. Shimin Shueishua and Ouyang Feng landed in front of Hua Bei, but there was another person coming from the west. Hua Tua held a medicinal gourd in his hand. It was unknown what kind of medicine was inside the gourd. When he opened the gourd, a puff of smoke drifted out and instantly enveloped half of Hero City. The disciples of the verdant sect couldn't open their eyes in the smoke, and it didn't take long for them to fall to the ground. Their skin turned colorful, and white foam came out of their mouths. It seemed like they had been poisoned. The three heroes arrived at the scene. One of them was at the peak of stage 9 inner chi, while the other two were at stage 1 true chi. The appearance of the three of them was enough to send the hundreds of disciples of the verdant sect into a panic. They didn't even have the thought of resisting. Lin Bei Bei and the other women all had calm expressions on their faces, as if they already knew that Shimin Shueishua and the other two would come. On the other hand, Qin Yi and the Ghostface King, who were standing on the roof, were already dumbfounded. They originally thought that they were about to capture Hero City, but they discovered that they had fallen into a trap within a trap. Qin Yi, you idiot! How have you been spying on the enemy these past few days? Why didn't you tell me about the three of them? The Ghostface King was so angry that he screamed. He looked as if he wanted to strangle Qin Yi to death. Qin Yi was so scared that he couldn't speak. He had carefully lurked in Hero City for half a month, but he really hadn't seen Ouyang Feng and the other two. This was the arrangement Qin Feng made before he left. When he discovered that there was something wrong with Qin Yi, he left Shimin Shueishua and the other two heroes to guard Hero City. He also told them to hide in the mountains and not to show themselves unless Hero City was in danger. Naturally, Qin Yi hadn't seen the three of them. However, the three of them had always been guarding Hero City. Today, when they discovered that Hero City was in danger, they immediately appeared and eradicated the enemy. Roar! Apart from the three heroes hiding in the mountains, the two battle pets had also been hiding in Devil Beast Mountain. Two angry roars came from afar. A ball of flame that moved at high speed appeared in the sky. The flaming golden eagle flew over and spat out a ball of flame at Qin Yi and the Ghostface King. The glacial snow mastiff dashed over on the ground and shot out several icicles, turning a dozen verdant sect disciples into ice sculptures. Waha! Man and beast are all here. Finally we can start the fight. Cuckoo is about to suffocate. Everyone knew about Qin Feng's plan. They were just putting on an act with Qin Yi. They were extremely disappointed when they saw that Qin Yi was really going to betray them. Zhang Cuckoo leaped onto the glacial snow mastiff's back. After drinking the ancient giant beast gene fluid, Zhang Cuckoo felt uncomfortable as she didn't fight every day. Rumble! The glacial snow mastiff leaped into the crowd of verdant sect disciples. Zhang Cuckoo grabbed a baseball bat out of nowhere and swung it at the crowd. Her strength was so great that it was comparable to the strength of a 10th stage external martial artist. Even Ouyang Feng felt a chill run down his spine. Bang! 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 Loud noises came one after another. The verdant sect disciples who were hit by Zhang Cuckoo were instantly smashed into meat paste. The bloody and violent scene scared the girls out of their wits. Zhang Cuckoo, on the other hand, was having a great time playing with the baseball bat in her hand. You monster! I, Shimin Shueishua, will fight you today. The battle had begun. Shimin Shueishua's white shadow flickered. The sword in his hand had already slashed down hundreds of times. The overwhelming sword chi enveloped Qin Yi and the Ghostface King in an instant. The ghost-faced king had nowhere to run. He let out a strange laugh and slammed his palm into the air. Gigi, I didn't expect you to see through our plan. But so what? Now that Qin Feng is not here, all of you will die. The ghost-faced king's body was surrounded by a chilly wind that instantly devoured the surging sword qi unleashed by Shimen Shueishue. He didn't seem to care about the experts of Hero City at all. Instead, his eyes flickered with contempt. The ghost-faced king was a first-stage great ghost, which was comparable to a third-stage true qi martial cultivator. The strongest among the people of Hero City was only at first-stage true qi. Therefore, the ghost-faced king didn't care about them at all. Rumble. The chilly wind gathered and condensed into a small hurricane. He casually slammed his palm, and the hurricane shot toward Shimen Shueishue like a bolt of lightning, instantly sending him flying. Monster! How dare you hurt my brother? I'll fight you! Ouyang Feng was so angry that he let out a strange cry. His body suddenly exploded as he entered a state of madness. The title of Western Poison Ouyang Feng wasn't just for show. After he entered a state of madness, evil qi burst out from his body, causing the verdant sect's evil cultivators to have a hard time breathing. Rumble! In the blink of an eye, Ouyang Feng had already arrived in front of the ghost-faced king. Ouyang Feng was a monstrous genius who cultivated both internal and external techniques. His punch contained the strength of a 10th-stage external technique. The air instantly exploded, and a violent aura rushed toward the ghost-faced king. Humph! How dare you challenge me with such little strength? Get lost. Chapter 1139. Rumble. A loud explosion rang out in the air, and Ouyang Feng's body was sent flying like a kite with a broken string. Two heroes were knocked down in an instant, and this scene left everyone in Hero City dumbfounded. This ghastly masked king's strength was simply too powerful. You demons, let this old man subdue you. Hua Tua also made his move, leaping into the air. He slowly opened the precious gourd in his hand, which contained his specially made rainbow poisonous powder. Clouds of colorful mist enveloped the ghastly masked king, and this poisonous gas had already knocked down dozens of verdant sect disciples. The people of Hero City stood motionlessly within the poisonous gas. Everyone had already taken the antidote, and the ghastly masked king didn't even try to dodge, allowing the colorful poisonous powder to envelop him. Gigi, you people are really funny. You actually dared to use poison on a king of the verdant sect? This daddy's body is impervious to all poisons. Let me see how powerful this poison of yours is. The ghastly masked king's strange laughter came from within the colorful poisonous gas. His voice was very ear-piercing, and it made all the girls feel uncomfortable. Rumble! A loud explosion rang out within the poisonous gas. The colorful poisonous powder was effective against ordinary verdant sect disciples, but it couldn't corrode the ghastly masked king. Unknowingly, the ghastly masked king's palm struck out, and a violent chilly wind instantly enveloped Hua Tua and sent him flying. In less than 5 minutes, 3 heroes were sent flying. They were the main force of Hero City, but they couldn't even withstand a single blow from the ghastly masked king. Roar! Suddenly, a furious roar rang out in the air, and a black shadow rose and fell rapidly. The trajectory of his movement was somewhat unique, as if he was some kind of animal jumping. However, his speed was so fast that it was dazzling to the eyes. Bang! The huge black shadow landed on the ground in front of the girls. Everyone finally saw who it was. It turned out to be Ouyang Feng, who had been sent flying earlier. Ouyang Feng was thoroughly enraged, and he activated the 9 mantra in reverse, entering a super crazy state. True Qi shot out from his body, and the intensity of his attacks was more than doubled. At this moment, Ouyang Feng was like a giant toad lying on the ground. His cheeks and stomach were swollen, and they rose and fell along with his breathing. Every time he rose and fell, a violent evil qi would radiate from his body. All the girls were stunned and took a few steps back in fear. Heroes like Ouyang Feng were usually kept in the system, so the girls didn't know much about Ouyang Feng and Shimen Shueishue. Why did Ouyang Feng suddenly look like a heretic? Everyone was at a loss. The disciples of the verdant sect were also dumbstruck, their bodies trembling with fear. These disciples of the verdant sect were also evil cultivators. Now that they had bumped into Ouyang Feng, who exuded an overwhelming evil aura, they felt as if they had bumped into their ancestor. So you're also an evil cultivator? I can see that you're quite strong. You can join our verdant sect. We'll definitely put you in an important position in the future. What do you think? The ghost-faced Yin King carefully sized up Ouyang Feng and had the thought of subduing him. The girls in Lu Jie's group became nervous. They were worried that Ouyang Feng would be tempted by the benefits and surrender to the verdant sect. Rumble. The answer to the ghost-faced Yin King was a loud explosion. Ouyang Feng leaped into the air and flew toward the ghost-faced Yin King. You piece of trash, I'm different from you. I'm also an evil cultivator, but I don't kill innocent people or do evil things. The toad skill was filled with evil energy. Ouyang Feng was still in the air, but a gust of evil wind enveloped the ghost-faced Yin King. The ghost-faced Yin King, who had been wearing a contemptuous expression, suddenly became serious. Ouyang Feng's strength couldn't be underestimated when he entered a super demonic state. Since you're so stubborn, then I'll kill you today. The ghost-faced Yin King didn't stand still anymore. He leaped into the air and swatted at Ouyang Feng. The weather in the sky changed dramatically. A gust of chilly wind blew across the originally clear sky, and dark clouds covered the sky as if a violent storm was about to arrive. Rumble! Loud explosions resounded in the sky, one after another. Ouyang Feng and the ghost-faced Yin King were extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, they had exchanged hundreds of blows. The two of them jumped from roof to roof and changed their movement techniques. A snake staff appeared in Ouyang Feng's hand, and when he waved it, it caused a huge change in the airflow. Xiao xiao xiao. Sword Qi rang out. Shimen Shui Shui also joined the battle. The two heroes fought side by side. Sword Qi and staff shadows covered the sky, not giving the ghost-faced Yin King a chance to catch his breath. Bang bang bang. Several loud explosions rang out on the ghost-faced Yin King's body. He had already been repeatedly beaten back. A strange laughter suddenly came from the sky. The retreating ghost-faced Yin King suddenly stopped, and an ear-piercing voice came from under his black hat. You bunch of ants, you've successfully angered this lord. I'll let you see what true strength is. The strange voice disappeared, but a gust of wind blew on the ghost-faced Yin King's body. The chilly wind whistled, and it was mixed with the wails of ghosts and howls of wolves. It was as if millions of ghosts had been released. More than half of Hero City was enveloped in the dark chilly wind, as if it had turned into a graveyard. 10,000 ghosts leave the mountain. Devour the souls of humans. A cold laughter floated in the sky above Hero City. The ghost-faced Yin King stood on a roof, and chilly wind constantly drifted out of his body. Phantoms appeared in this chilly wind. They were ghosts that flew out and instantly surrounded everyone in Hero City. Ah, big sister Ling Xian W. What are these? They're so scary. Lin Bei Bei was so scared that she tightly hugged Zhao Ling Xian's arm. Zhao Ling Xian was also scared, and she felt as if she had seen a ghost. Although the women were all martial cultivators, they were all girls around 20 years old. In front of these strange and unknown things, they were very nervous and afraid. There were tens of thousands of ghosts, and Hero City instantly became a ghost city. When Qin Fen first met Shaoli in River Central Demon City, he was also frightened by a dozen or so spirits. Now that there were tens of thousands of spirits lingering in Hero City, it was normal for the women, Lu Jie, and the others to be frightened. You want to confuse your elder with such a small trick? Die! Ouyang Feng angrily roared. He didn't fear these ghosts, and he swung his snake staff towards the ghost-faced Yin King. The ghost-faced Yin King stood on the roof and didn't move. These ghosts weren't his true attack. What he wanted was to densely cover Hero City with ghosts and greatly increase the Yin Qi. This way, the ghost-faced Yin King's strength would also greatly increase. When experts fought, they had to look at the environment. Rumble. Seeing that Ouyang Feng's snake staff was about to fall, the ghost-faced Yin King casually threw out a palm. The Yin wind in the palm was more than twice as strong, and it instantly sent Ouyang Feng flying. Qin Yi felt the blood in his body boil in this environment of thousands of ghosts. He leaped into the crowd of beauties and couldn't wait to grab a few of them to have some fun. Qin Yi, don't you dare! Han Ying angrily glared at Qin Yi, but Qin Yi had a playful expression on his face. Just as he was about to grab Han Ying's shoulder, a crescent moon sword light came, scaring Qin Yi into immediately retreating. Bastard! Today I'll help Master Qin clean up the family traitor. Ren Xiaoyao flew over with her sword, and Hua Yin followed closely behind. The two of them were now comparable to the early stage of Stage 9 inner Qi, and Qin Yi was only a Stage 5 ghost cultivator. However, in this environment of thousands of ghosts, Qin Yi's strength increased dramatically, and his moves were strange. He was able to trap the two women for a while. Loud explosions sounded in the air. After changing the environment, the ghost-faced King was incomparably powerful. In just a few breaths' time, he had already heavily injured the three heroes. A black shadow flickered, and the ghost-faced King pounced towards Lin Bei and the other women. He was about to start a massacre. Rumble! In the dark night, fireballs flew and lit up a small part of the sky. The flaming golden eagle's golden feathers were like a lighthouse in the dark night. On the ground, the glacial snow mastiff stood in front of the women and continuously shot icy thorns into the air. Half of it was a rain of fire, and the other half was ice, and it instantly enveloped the ghost-faced King. Tisk tsk. This Qin Feng is really amazing to have raised two demonic beasts. Tonight, they'll be this daddy's dessert. Whoosh! The ghost-faced King's withered palm lightly waved, and an aura that seemed to be able to devour the heavens and earth surged out. The cold wind blew in all directions, slapping the flames and ice to the side, scattering them within Hero City, and burning or freezing many buildings. Roar! Seeing the ghost-faced King charging over, the glacial snow mastiff was instantly enraged. It raised its head and roared at the sky before suddenly pouncing. Glacial snow mastiff, run! Lin Bei and the other women cried out in fear. Zhang Kuku was so anxious that she raised her baseball bat and wanted to rush forward. However, she only took 2 steps before she fell to the ground. She discovered that the power in her body had disappeared at the critical moment. Little bastard, get out of my way! With a strange cry, the ghost-faced King slammed his palm on the glacial snow mastiff's body and sent the huge demonic beast flying. The glacial snow mastiff howled in pain in midair, but it didn't forget to spit a few extreme ice thorns at the ghost-faced King. Extreme ice and flames were useless against the ghost-faced King. He casually waved his hand, and gusts of chilly wind swept away the attacks. The flaming golden eagle in midair also lowered its body. These battle pets had long regarded the women as their mistresses, and they swore to protect their mistresses with their lives. 10,000 ghosts leave the mountain bewilder. The ghost-faced King slammed his palm, and the tens of thousands of ghosts in the surroundings suddenly converged and flew towards the flaming golden eagle. The ghosts converged into a gust of black wind and engulfed the flaming golden eagle. In the end, even the golden feathers on the flaming golden eagle were no longer visible. Roar, roar! The flaming golden eagle's furious roar came from midair. All the ghosts had dispersed, and the flaming golden eagle's eyes were bloodshot. It roared and circled in the sky as if it had lost its mind. Jia jia jia. Although demonic beasts are ferocious, their intelligence is worrying. Kill the people of Hero City for me. The flaming golden eagle was temporarily controlled by the ghost-faced King. Many ghosts invaded the flaming golden eagle's body, causing its mind to become muddled. Under the women's cries of alarm, the flaming golden eagle lowered its body and pounced towards them. Several fireballs flew out and descended. The flaming golden eagle is being controlled. Everyone quickly dodge. Sisters, don't hurt the golden eagle. Sure, sure. What are you still standing there for? Quickly run. The women had deep feelings for the flaming golden eagle. Seeing that the flaming golden eagle was being controlled, none of them had the heart to fight it. The women quickly dispersed, but they discovered that Xiao Shishir was standing in the same place. Her long hair fluttered to the top of her head, and her body was actually slowly floating in the air. Shishir, quickly run. Chapter 1140. Rumble. Just as the fireball was about to hit Xiao Shir, a white silhouette flew over at the critical moment. A gigantic demonic ape stood in front of Xiao Shir like a mountain. Roar! The white-furred demonic ape beat its chest and roared at the flaming golden eagle in the sky. The demonic ape didn't feel anything when the fireball hit its body. White-furred demonic ape, don't hurt the golden eagle. Go and defeat the ghastly Masking King. Not long ago, Qin Fun and Xiao Shir worked together to subdue the white-furred demonic ape in the depths of Devil Beast Mountain. It was a demonic beast that had broken through to the true energy stage, and it was unstoppable when it went berserk. Under Xiao Shir's control, the white-furred demonic ape dashed forward. The ground cracked with every step it took, and the buildings of Hero City shook. Everyone was dumbfounded. Rumble! In the blink of an eye, the white-furred demonic ape had reached the ghastly Masking King. It punched and the air exploded. It's you, you stinky gorilla! I'm going to kill you today. The ghastly Masking King was furious when he saw the white-furred demonic ape. The white-furred demonic ape was there when Qin Fun led people to attack the Verdant Sect research base. The ghastly Masking King didn't dodge the demonic ape's ferocious punch. Instead, he launched several palm strikes. Each palm strike brought with it a violent chilly wind that formed a black whirlwind. Bang, 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 bang. The chilly energy in the whirlwind engulfed the white-furred demonic ape's fist energy. When it collided with the demonic ape's body, a series of loud explosions rang out. It was as if dozens of bombs were tied to the demonic ape's body and detonated. The fierce battle made the women's hearts jump. Xiao Shir, who was suspended in the air, frowned, and a layer of sweat appeared on her forehead. Roar, roar! The white-furred demonic ape was completely enraged. Its eyes turned blood red, and the berserk demon core inside its body was stimulated. It didn't flinch in the face of the violent chilly wind, and it struggled to approach the ghastly Masking King. Rumble! It launched another punch, and the wind generated by the punch seemed to be able to split the sky and earth. The chilly wind from the ghastly Masking King's palm was dispersed. Before he could launch another palm strike, he was struck by the demonic ape's giant fist. His skinny body was sent flying, and a series of loud explosions rang in the air. Master! Qin Yi was stupefied by this scene. His only reliance was the ghost-faced Yin King. If even his master was defeated, then Qin Yi could only wait to die. Without waiting for Qin Yi to reach the ghost-faced Yin King's side, a white silhouette flashed past, and the white-furred demonic ape arrived right after it. Without giving the ghost-faced Yin King the slightest chance to catch its breath, it leaped into the air and stomped down. Rumble! Everyone's eyes were focused on this kick. When the white-haired demonic ape's huge feet landed on the ground, it was as if a meteor had fallen on Hero City. The deafening sound caused the ground to shake a few times. The buildings around the demonic ape instantly collapsed, and Hero City was covered in a cloud of dust. Roar! Both feet landed on the ground, but the white-haired demonic ape became restless. Its foot hadn't stepped on the ghost-faced Yin King, and that person had disappeared. Who? A sinister wind surged. At some point, a strong black wind appeared behind the white-haired demonic ape. There was a figure in the black wind. He was wearing a black robe, but his black hat had been knocked off, revealing a sinister and terrifying face with wrinkled features. White-haired demonic ape, be careful. The sinister wind was too strong, and it woke Xiao Shir up. Xiao Shir's mental power had reached its limit, and she couldn't control the white-haired demonic ape's mind anymore. The demonic ape turned into a berserk demonic beast, and it pounced toward the thick black fog without any regard for the danger. It looked like it wanted to tear the ghost-faced Yin King apart. Gigi. Strange laughter resounded from the black fog, and the women who heard it felt goosebumps all over their bodies. The ghost-faced Yin King's skinny palms began to dance, and the black fog around its body quickly condensed into a big black hole head. Rumble! The black hole head seemed to have a life of its own, as it opened its mouth to devour the white-haired demonic ape. Flames began to surge from the black fog, and violent explosions resounded. White-haired, run! Demonic ape, be careful! The women screamed in fear, and they were all worried for the white-haired demonic ape. The black fog had completely surrounded the demonic ape, and the berserk demonic ape realized the danger of death. It struggled with all its might to escape the entanglement of the thick black fog. But it couldn't break free no matter how hard it tried. Rumble! Rumble! The explosions in the black fog became more and more violent, and the white-haired demonic ape's hard fur was charred black. Blood gushed out of its body, and it looked like it was about to explode to death in the black fog swish. But at this moment, a pink light flickered. The pink light wasn't strong in the darkness, and it was moving so fast that no one noticed it approaching at high speed. Buzz! In just an instant, the pink light shot into the black fog, and a strange energy wave spread out. A pure and holy white light appeared in the black fog, and the light became brighter and brighter. Finally, it broke through the black fog and shot out. Ah, what's that? What a beautiful light. There seems to be someone in the black fog. Is this an angel descending to the mortal world? It's a man. Wow. He looks like a Prince Charming from a fairy tale. All the girls were stunned by this sudden turn of events. They stared at the figure in the black mist with surprise. After staring for a while, all the girls went crazy because they recognized the figure. It was none other than their man Qin Feng. Demonic ape, go rest. Qin Feng was wearing the blood demon armor, holding the angel's sword, and stepping on the galaxy-flying sword. He activated the Halo of Justice emblem. Under the combined effect of the angel's sword and the Halo of Justice emblem, the pure and holy light surged majestically, and the aura of justice surged endlessly. Under the effect of the blood demon armor, Qin Feng was like the king of all beasts, and the white-haired demonic ape was like an obedient kitten. It nodded at Qin Feng and ran to the side to nurse its injuries. Qin Feng was like the king of all beasts under the effect of the blood demon armor, and the white-haired demonic ape was like an obedient kitten. It nodded at Qin Feng and ran to the side to nurse its injuries. Qin Feng, weren't you in the martial arts world? Why are you back? Qin Yi was shocked, and his heart almost jumped out of his throat. The ghastly king of Een was also nervous. He had fought with Qin Feng at the Verdant Sect research base. At that time, Qin Feng slaughtered the disciples of the Verdant Sect and directly raised the killer book to rank 5. His strength increased by 5 times, and he instantly became a true Qi expert from the peak of the 9 inner realms. His strength was so strong that Qin Feng didn't even know what realm he was in. Although the ghastly king of Een was acting to confuse Qin Feng at that time, he was also shocked by Qin Feng's strange cultivation method. This sudden increase in strength was even more terrifying than the Verdant Sect's evil cultivators. Qin Yi, you disappoint me. Qin Feng didn't put away his flying sword. He just stood on it and hovered in the air. There was no one in his eyes, and he stared straight at Qin Yi with an indescribable sense of loss in his heart. Qin Yi and the ghastly king of Een finally came back to their senses. They were shocked when they saw the flying sword under Qin Feng's feet. Qin Yi finally realized that his plan had been seen through long ago. It was just as Han Ying said. Qin Yi lost to Qin Feng before, and now he was even less of a match for Qin Feng. Master, quickly kill Qin Feng. As long as you kill him, Hero City will still be ours. Qin Yi was so scared that his whole body trembled. Qin Feng was like his nemesis in life. Qin Yi often thought that if Brother Tang didn't appear in this world, with Qin Ye's intelligence and wisdom, he would definitely achieve great things. The ghastly king of Een was so angry that his face became sinister. He originally thought that his plan was flawless, but in the end, he was played in circles by Qin Feng. You piece of trash, scram to the side for your elder. The ghost-face Een king let out a strange cry and sent Qin Yi flying with a palm strike. A black shadow flashed, and the ghost-face Een king launched an attack on Qin Feng. Stinking brat, I let you win last time. Today, let me see just how capable you are. Rumble. As soon as he finished speaking, a gust of cold wind blew from all directions and surrounded Qin Feng in the air. The women on the ground all cried out in alarm, and they were all on edge for Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng's figure was already nowhere to be seen in the black fog. With a flash of pink light, Qin Feng stood on the highest gate of Hero City. Whoosh! The angelic sword in his hand had already turned into a purple bow. The heavenly eagle bow was drawn, and a purple heavenly eagle roared, and immediately exploded in front of the ghastly king of Een. A huge explosion rang out. However, the heavenly eagle didn't touch the ghastly king's body. Clouds of black fog and cold wind appeared on his body, and the huge heavenly eagle instantly disappeared. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Qin Feng shot 3 arrows in a row, and the 3 heavenly eagles lit up half the sky. The air was filled with the cries of war eagles, and it made people feel satisfied just listening to it. The ghastly king of En didn't bat an eyelid. He slapped his palm, and several clouds of black wind swallowed the heavenly eagle and shot toward Qin Feng at the same time. Rumble! The city gate instantly collapsed, but Qin Feng was no longer there. The pink light flickered, and no one could see Qin Feng's trajectory. It was as if it only took an instant, and several fireballs smashed toward the ghastly king of Yin's back. Stinking brat! Your elder can't be bothered to play with you anymore. Die for me! The ghastly king of En was forced into a corner, and he roared at the sky. Waves of cold wind burst out from his body. Shaoli, who had returned with Qin Feng, stood among the group of women, and her expression changed drastically. Master, be careful. The ghastly king of En is indeed a ghost cultivator. I'm afraid he has broken through the great ghost realm, and he's even more powerful than the ghastly evil king. Kakik. I didn't expect you to have a ghost cultivator as your subordinate. This girl's aptitude is pretty good. After I kill you, I'll imprison her and absorb the En Qi in her body every day to cultivate. The ghastly king of En glanced at Shaoli, and he quickly returned to the battle. The cold wind had already filled the entire hero city, and Qin Feng was surrounded by the cold wind. He felt like he couldn't breathe. Lu Jia, quickly take everyone out of Hero City. A bad premonition emerged in Qin Feng's heart, and he didn't have time to think before he roared at the ground. How could the women leave? They all shouted that they wanted to stay and fight with Qin Feng. Lu Jia and the other men had a difficult expression on their faces. They also wanted to stay and help Qin Feng, but they were worried about the safety of their sisters-in-law. Chapter 1141. There was no time to hesitate. Lu Jia, Huang Jinghua, and the others immediately dragged their wives away. The flaming golden eagle had regained its senses. It lowered its body to the ground, picked up Lin Bei Bei and the other women, and threw them on its back. Then it flew out of Hero City. The glacial snow mastiff and the white-furred demonic ape also got busy. The glacial snow mastiff ran out of the city, while the 4 women sat on the demonic ape's shoulders and carried 2 women in his arms. The women were taken away by force. Lu Jia and the others escorted their wives out of Hero City. When they were about to rush back to help Qin Feng, they heard a series of loud explosions behind them. The city was shrouded in black mist and explosions, as if it had been hit by a missile. Master! The 3 heroes roared in the direction of Hero City. The women were in tears as they struggled to rush into Hero City. Sister-in-law Bei Bei, you can't go. Get out of the way. Hero City is our home, and Qin Feng is our man. Now that our home and man are gone, are you going to let us live? Fatty, get out of my way, or I'll kill you. Zhang Kuka placed her hands on her hips and said angrily. Han Ying couldn't accept the scene in front of her. Explosions kept raging in Hero City, and flames were everywhere. How could the people in the city survive? Meanwhile, Qin Feng was in Hero City. This time he had a slim chance of survival. Han Ying didn't cry after she regained her senses. She pushed Lu Jia and the others away with a determined look on her face. Then, she yelled at her sisters behind her. Do you still think of yourselves as Qin Feng's women? Follow me and kill our way into Hero City. If you are afraid of death, leave now. Don't ever come back to Hero City again. Han Ying was enraged, and the women were agitated. No one would back down at this moment. Death could no longer stop them from relying on Qin Feng and loving him. Lu Jia and the others felt guilty when they saw the women rushing back into Hero City fearlessly. Suddenly he roared. Brothers, let's kill our way back to Hero City. If worst comes to worst, we'll all die together. We'll all be heroes again after 18 years. Kill! Kill those bastards from the Verdant sect. Everyone was in a frenzy, and they charged towards the blazing Hero City. Just as they reached the city gate, a beam of pink light flashed by. Qin Feng was clad in a purple thunder robe, and his entire body was shining with golden light. He was standing on a flying sword and hovering above the city gate. "Are you guys not going to listen to me? Go back now." Qin Feng's voice was majestic and domineering, as if it had pierced through the 9 heavens. The women Lu Jia and the others cried tears of joy as they looked up at Qin Feng in the sky. "Qin Feng, are you all right? We want to fight alongside you. Young Master Qin, we're not afraid of death. Let's kill those verdant sect bastards." With the protection of the angel's sword and the halo of justice, Qin Feng was able to protect himself in the black fog-shrouded city. However, if the girls and Lu Jia entered the city, they would be blasted into pieces in minutes. At this critical moment, it was not the time to use feelings and loyalty. I'll say it one more time. Go back. If anyone dares to disobey my orders again, I'll divorce all the women and cut off all the men. Qin Feng uttered ruthless words. At this critical moment, he had no choice but to scare everyone. The girls, Lu Jia, and the others who had just reached the city gate stopped abruptly. Qin Feng's ruthless words had truly frightened them. Swoosh. Seeing that everyone was stabilized, Qin Feng suddenly disappeared on his flying sword. The hero city was shrouded in black fog, and visibility was less than half a meter. Qin Feng had already put on his night vision goggles, so his vision was not affected. Why yeah, brat Qin Feng. You do have some skills, but in my hands you're still dead. The ghastly king of Enfang's strange cries came from all directions. He didn't expect Qin Feng to survive the explosion of the black fog. He had underestimated Qin Feng's strength. Just as the strange cry ended, a black shadow suddenly attacked Qin Feng from behind. The speed was as fast as lightning, and Qin Feng couldn't dodge it even with his flying sword. His back suffered a heavy palm strike, and he was instantly sent flying. Rumble! A huge pit was formed on the ground, and even a house collapsed. The ghastly king of Enfang's strength was comparable to stage 3 true qi, and Qin Feng's strength was much weaker than him. GGG. Qin Feng, you can die in peace. This hero city will become the Verdant Sect's base. In the future, the Verdant Sect will help you expand. Qin Feng was lying in the huge pit, but he couldn't see the ghastly king of Enfang's figure. All he saw was a gust of chilly wind rushing towards him, and it exploded violently as soon as it reached him. Rumble! The violent airflow seemed as if it wanted to destroy the heaven and earth. However, a pink light flickered, and it had already shot out from the black fog. Qin Feng's purple thunder wild robe was stained with a layer of black ash. His hair was disheveled, and his body was drenched in blood. He looked like a devil from hell. The sky was filled with black fog, and no matter where Qin Feng tried to hide, he would be assaulted by chilly wind. The chilly wind was mixed with a violent aura, and it struck Qin Feng's body, causing him to waver. The halo of justice on his body became dimmer and dimmer, and the angelic sword in his hand also lost its luster. The black fog enveloped Qin Feng like a barrier. Qin Feng tried to step on the starry sky flying sword and charge out, but he couldn't break through the black fog barrier. Rumble! Rumble! Explosions sounded one after another, and the radiance of Qin Feng's invincible golden body gradually dimmed. Not only did he not have the strength to fight back, he didn't even have the strength to escape. He was like a trapped beast. Kakik. I was wondering how powerful you were, but now I see that you're only SOSO. To think that the evil Lord Sect Master listed you as the #1 enemy of the Verdant Sect, and he's hunting you down all over the city. What a fuss! A black shadow flickered, and the ghastly king of Enfang's figure appeared in the sky. His black robe was torn apart by the explosion, and his twisted face was filled with a sinister grin. It looked extremely horrifying in this atmosphere of black fog. Qin Feng glared at the ghastly king of Enfang, and urged his will to stab him to death. However, the starry sky flying sword couldn't break through the dense and overlapping black fog. The ghastly king of Enfang stood a dozen meters away from Qin Feng, and he looked at Qin Feng with a contemptuous expression, as if he was sizing up a prey that had fallen into his hands. After a while, the ghastly king of Enfang threw his head back and laughed wildly. The chilly wind around his body grew stronger, and the surrounding black fog condensed and rushed towards Qin Feng. It was as if tens of thousands of bombs had been thrown at Qin Feng, ready to explode at any time. Farewell, Qin Feng. The ghastly king of Yinfeng suddenly exerted his strength, and it seemed as if Qin Feng would explode into pieces in the next second. However, at this time, a faint pink light spread out from Qin Feng's body. The light was gentle, and it seemed as if it would be extinguished at any time in the midst of the black fog and chilly wind. However, there was no explosion, and the faint pink light didn't disappear. On the contrary, the light grew stronger and stronger, and finally blossomed from the dense black fog. Swish! Qin Feng twisted his wrist, and the long sword in his hand swung slightly. It was as if he had drawn the power of the stars, stirring up the surrounding black fog, and causing it to revolve in the direction of Qin Feng's sword dance. The ghastly king of Yinfeng's expression changed dramatically, and his eyeballs almost popped out of their sockets. He tried to detonate the overlapping black fog, but the black fog seemed to be restrained by something, and he couldn't control it at all. Swish! Sword cries rang out from the black fog. Qin Feng increased the range of his sword dance, and his speed increased as well. The black fog was like a rotating black cloud, and it quickly condensed in front of Qin Feng, forming a black fog hurricane. The ghastly king of Yinfeng finally realized the abnormality, and his pair of old eyes stared at the long sword in Qin Feng's hand. It was a strange sword without a blade, and the body of the sword flickered with pink light. The long sword exploded with a surging aura that suppressed the ghastly king of Yinfeng to the point of suffocation. The black fog in the city seemed to be very afraid of the aura of the longsword, and it obediently followed Qin Feng's command. At this moment, Qin Feng held the broken soul's sword in his hand. It was an immortal sword formed by infusing true yuan into it, and it specialized in slaying demons and ghosts. It was a supreme treasure against evil cultivators. Soul Slash. Qin Feng, who was in the black fog, suddenly roared at the sky, and the Soul Slash hidden in the broken soul sword was activated. The true yuan in the sword exploded, and the surging aura of righteousness gushed out, enveloping the entire hero city, and preventing demons and ghosts from escaping. Rumble! Rumble! An explosion rang out, but it wasn't the sound of the explosion coming from the black fog. When the surging aura of righteousness burst out and enveloped the ghastly king of Yinfeng, the ghastly king of Yinfeng looked as if someone had cast an immobilizing spell on him. His expression became fierce, as if he was undergoing the cruelest torture in the world. The black fog around the ghastly king of Yinfeng quickly dissipated, and the milky white aura enveloped his body, causing a violent explosion. This was the explosion of the ghastly king of Yinfeng's body, causing his flesh and blood to fly everywhere, and his corpse energy to scatter. Why, what is this plaything? Impossible, you brat, you can't kill me. This king is at the first layer of the great ghost realm, and what is shameful is my soul power. Even if this king's body is destroyed, my soul power is still there, and I can still come back from the dead. The ghastly king of Yinfeng had died many times before, but he had preserved his soul power and resurrected again and again. But this time, the ghastly king of Yinfeng felt an unprecedented fear. This was a true threat of death, as if it wanted to devour his soul power. Qin Feng raised the sword in his hand, and the sword fell. He stood on the starry sky flying sword and floated in the air, smiling at the ghastly king of Yinfeng. The broken soul sword in his hand specialized in slaying demons and ghosts, and it specialized in soul power and evil qi. Even the ghastly king of Yinfeng couldn't escape. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Another round of explosions rang out. The previous explosion had destroyed the ghastly king of Yinfeng's body, and this time, even his soul power had been destroyed. The ghastly king of Yinfeng could be considered to have been thoroughly killed. Shwa. After eliminating the ghastly king of Yinfeng, Qin Feng turned into a pink light and flew around Hero City. Hero City was still shrouded in black fog. Qin Feng held the broken soul sword in his hand, and wherever he went, the black fog would immediately dissipate, and the city would soon return to its original appearance. Qin Feng had already landed on the roof of a building, and he looked around at the mess that was Hero City. This time, the verdant sex attack had brought great losses to Hero City. Many buildings had been destroyed, and many disciples of the Hong sect and Feng group had died in this war. Chapter 1142. Qin Feng, are you all right? The commotion in Hero City subsided, and everything returned to normal. The girls dared to rush into the building, and quickly found Qin Feng standing on the roof. Swoosh! With a flash of pink light, Qin Feng landed on the ground and stood in front of the girls. Don't worry, everyone. The Verdant sect's ghastly evil king is dead. This time, the Verdant sect provoked the Hero Alliance, so I'll launch a fierce attack and destroy all their bases. Qin Feng made a vow in front of everyone. The women were all worried sick, so they surrounded Qin Feng and took turns to hug him. Young Master Qin, the Verdant sect bastards are courting death. When are we going to attack them? I'm going to kill all these scum. Lu Jie and the others were mainly responsible for protecting the girls, so they couldn't go all out, which made them frustrated. Qin Feng waved his hand and said, You don't have to fight. Hero City is in dire need of reconstruction. Everyone, stay in Hero City and rebuild your homes. Lu Jie and the others were puzzled. Long Hair asked, Young Master Qin, who are you going to send to attack the Verdant sect? The Verdant sect has been developing in China for hundreds of years, and they are very powerful. Everyone hated the Verdant sect to the core. However, they had to admit that the Verdant sect was a very powerful sect. They had many disciples in the sect, and all of them practiced evil cultivation methods. Therefore, everyone was worried that Qin Feng would declare war on the Verdant sect. Lu Jie and the others didn't know Qin Feng's current status in the martial world. Qin Feng explained unhurriedly, A few days ago, I went to the martial world to ascend as the Martial World Alliance Master, and built a branch of the Hero Alliance in the martial world. This time, I'll mobilize forces from the martial world to help me attack the Verdant sect. You don't have to worry about it. Qin Feng's words stunned everyone. They didn't expect Qin Feng to have such a powerful status in the martial world. If the martial world outside of China could stand up and attack the Verdant sect, they wouldn't have to worry about Qin Feng anymore. Young Master Qin, today's attack is all because of Qin Yi. That bastard betrayed us. I'm going to kill him now. Lu Jie suddenly thought of Qin Yi, and he immediately ran out. He walked around Hero City and found Qin Yi, who was unconscious in a corner. He picked him up and brought him to the others. That scumbag. Young Master Qin was so generous to him. But not only did he not know how to be grateful, he even dared to collude with the Verdant sect to attack Hero City. Tui. Lu Jie was so angry that he started yelling. Qin Feng, I know you're compassionate and soft-hearted, but you can't let Qin Yi off lightly this time. He even humiliated us sisters. Han Yingying was truly angered by Qin Yi's previous words. She also wanted Qin Feng to severely punish Qin Yi. Qin Feng looked down at Qin Yi, who was lying unconscious on the ground like a dead dog, and let out a long sigh. Wait! Qin Feng stood with his hands clasped behind his back, but he didn't give the order to kill Qin Yi. Everyone knew that Qin Feng and Qin Yi were related by blood, so they could only shake their heads and sigh. It didn't take long for a large group of people to arrive outside of Hero City. Lu Jie and the others assumed that the Verdant sect had sent reinforcements again, so they all assumed combat positions. They heaved a sigh of relief when they saw who it was. Big Brother Qin, what happened to Hero City? Are we too late? The first to arrive was Qin Feng's cousin, Qin Wudao, who was also Qin Ye's elder brother. After Qin Wudao finished speaking, the group of people behind him also arrived. Qin Shitian, Qin Huang, Qin Zheng, Qin Mu, Qin Xiao, and the other main relatives of the Qin family had all arrived. Qin Feng had already contacted the Qin family in the provincial capital to come to Acropolis City when he was still in the base of Hero City. When Qin Feng learned that the Verdant sect had attacked Hero City, he guessed that Qin Yi had betrayed them. Qin Feng was afraid that he would kill Qin Yi in a fit of anger, so he called everyone over. Qin Feng was tired of Qin Yi's punishment, so he decided to let his family handle it. Feng, what happened here? Is everyone all right? Qin Huang looked at the mess in Hero City, which looked as if a war had just taken place. He was extremely nervous. Qin Shirtian, and the others were also anxious, and they all looked at Qin Feng nervously. Qin Feng sighed and looked at the ground. He said, "Look at who that is." Only then did everyone notice Qin Yi on the ground. Qin Ye's clothes were tattered and his hair was messy, but Qin Wudao still recognized him at first glance. He cried out in surprise, "Little brother? This is Qin Ye's little brother? How is that possible? Year isn't dead? Is this really Ye? What happened to Year? Wake up." Qin Yi and Qin Wudao's father, Qin Mu, was also there. The instant he saw Qin Yi, Qin Mu's eyes filled with tears of excitement. He knelt on the ground and hugged Qin Yi in his arms. Qin Huang, Qin Shirtian, Qin Zheng, Qin Xiao, and the others all had shocked expressions on their faces. None of them knew that Qin Yi was still alive. Qin Fen didn't tell them about this because he had suspected that there was something wrong with Qin Yi from the very beginning, so he planned to suppress this matter for now. Seeing the Qin family members cry tears of excitement over Qin Ye's resurrection, Qin Feng had mixed feelings. He was even less determined to kill Qin Yi now. "Feng, or what's going on?" Qin Huang sensed that something was wrong and asked Qin Feng hastily. Everyone in the Qin family focused their attention on Qin Feng. Before Qin Feng could speak, Han Ying stepped forward and said, "Imperial Uncle, Qin Yi appeared in Hero City half a month ago. When he came back alive, we were all shocked. We were pleasantly surprised just like everyone else. However, Qin Ye's return was a conspiracy. He secretly colluded with the Verdant sect to infiltrate Hero City. Today, he and the Verdant sect worked together to seize Hero City and kill all of us. If Qin Feng didn't come back in time, Hero City would have become the Verdant sect's base, and we would all be dead." Han Ying told the truth and didn't exaggerate. Qin Huang had known Han Ying for a long time, so he naturally believed what she said. When the Qin family members learned the truth, they were all dumbfounded. No one expected Qin Yi to do such an intolerable thing. "Big brother Qin Feng, is what she said true?" Qin Wudao's veins bulged on his forehead. He seemed to be suppressing the anger in his heart. Qin Feng didn't say anything. He nodded helplessly. Boom! A loud sound exploded on Qin Wudao's body, and the aura in his body surged in all directions. He suddenly walked to the unconscious Qin Yi, pulled his father away, and stomped on Qin Ye's face. If this stomp landed, Qin Yi would die for sure. "Wudao, stop!" An imposing voice rang out. Qin Shirtian casually raised his hand, and a strong gust of wind blew Qin Wudao to the ground. Qin Shirtian's foot missed, and the ground next to him cracked. Qin Shirtian seemed to have aged a dozen years in an instant. He looked at Qin Feng with a pleading expression. "Feng, can you give Qin Yi another chance? I owe him this much." Qin Shirtian felt guilty towards Qin Yi, Qin Wudao, and Qin Xiao. In order to pressure Qin Feng and help him grow faster, Qin Shirtian set up a trap for his cousins to kill each other. It was also Qin Shirtian who purposely said that he wanted to pass the position of Qin family's young master to Qin Feng. This caused Qin Yi to hate Qin Feng, and in the end, he walked further and further away from Qin Yi until today. "Since I left Qin Yi alive, I plan to hand him over to Grandpa. As for how Grandpa punishes Qin Yi, I won't interfere," Qin Feng said resolutely. Qin Shirtian's expression was grave, and his eyes shone as he looked at Qin Feng with admiration. For Qin family to be able to produce a grandson like Qin Feng was the pride of the entire Qin manor. "Dad, don't plead for leniency for Qin Yi. I've been worrying about him every day. But who would have thought he would go astray and actually collude with the evil cultivators of Verdant sect? This kind of vile spawn doesn't belong to our Qin manor. Today, I'll personally eliminate him and treat it as if he was never born." Qin Wudao was sent flying, and Qin Mu suddenly exploded with anger. He stomped on Qin Ye's chest. His attack was too sudden, and no one had time to stop it. Just as the violent gust of wind under his foot was about to burst Qin Ye's head, a shout suddenly rang out. "Dad? Big brother? Grandpa? Big uncle, third uncle, fourth uncle, Qin Xiao, brother Tang, Qin Feng." Qin Yi woke up and looked around with his black eyes that were as clear as water. Qin Mu's foot suddenly stopped right in front of Qin Ye's face. He had forgotten how long it had been since he heard Qin Yi call him Dad. When he suddenly called him that, Qin Mu couldn't do anything anymore. Dad, do you all know? You want to kill me? Qin Yi had already come back to his senses, and a complicated expression flashed through his eyes. His thoughts were flying, and in this instant, hundreds of feelings welled up in his heart. He paused for a moment and suddenly said, Dad, I've embarrassed you and brought shame to the capital's Qin manor. Just kill me and treat it as if the Qin family never had a vile spawn like me. Qin Yi woke up. Not only his body woke up, but his heart also woke up. He had always seen Qin Feng as a formidable enemy, an obstacle in his life's development, and his #1 nemesis. Qin Yi and Qin Feng had fought for a long time, but he had lost every time. This made Qin Yi lose his mind from hatred and do some foolish things. However, when he woke up, he saw all the main relatives of the Qin manor surrounding him. Everyone was living in harmony with Qin Feng, and everyone was a united and loving family. Qin Yi regretted it. What he betrayed wasn't Qin Feng, but the entire Qin family, the family that had the same blood flowing in his veins, the family he loved dearly. Wu Dao, you do it. Tears were already streaming down Qin Mu's face. How could he still do it? He covered his face and ran to the side. Qin Wudao sat on the ground and didn't get up. He buried his head and said, Qin Xiao, brother Tang, help me. Qin Xiao was stunned and looked at his father Qin Zheng. Dad, I can't do it, you do it. Everyone looked at each other. Who could bear to be so ruthless? Qin Ye's crimes couldn't be forgiven, but he was of Qin family's bloodline after all. After going one round, Qin Shitian looked at Qin Feng and said, Feng, you do it. No one will blame you. Qin Yi only has himself to blame. Chapter 1143. Rumble. A loud sound exploded on Qin Ye's body. Qin Fen had really attacked with a palm strike. The people of the Qin family all turned their backs. They couldn't bear to watch this scene. Qin Yi let out a miserable scream, as if it was his last struggle before death. Qin Wudao and Qin Mu quietly shed tears. They couldn't bear to see Qin Yi leave, but they also wished him well. Qin Yi had gone astray in this life, so they wished him to be a great hero in his next life. Qin Shitian and the other relatives of the Qin family had mixed feelings. They thought the Qin family would be reunited, but Qin Yi brought this upon himself, and ended up like this. Qin Fen Yu. After a long silence, Qin Ye's incredulous voice rang out. The people of the Qin family jumped in fright, as if they had seen a ghost. They quickly turned to look at Qin Yi. Qin Yi wasn't dead. He was staring at Qin Fen with a complicated expression. Qin Fen's expression was calm, and no one could tell what he was thinking. You are so sinful. How can I kill you so easily? I want to keep you alive to atone for your sins. Now that we are going to capture the Verdant sect in one fell swoop, you can give us command and deployment. Qin Fen's words dumbfounded everyone. They even wondered if there was something wrong with their ears. Not only did Qin Fen not kill Qin Yi, but he also gave Qin Yi a chance to atone for his sins. Qin Fen continued to trust him. This was a magnanimity that no one present could have. The most shocked person was Qin Yi himself. In fact, no one knew that Qin Yi was a ghost cultivator, and Qin Fen didn't tell them about it. Qin Fen's palm strike had actually crippled Qin Ye's cultivation, which was equivalent to helping Qin Yi return to normal. He was no longer a ghost cultivator. On the surface, Qin Fen was reprimanding Qin Yi with a cold face, but he had secretly helped Qin Yi several times. Qin Yi stared at Qin Fen with a complicated expression. He didn't know how to face this big brother of his. Big brother Qin Fen, fourth brother is unfilial. I kowtow to you. After a long time, Qin Yi knelt in front of Qin Fen with a plop. Qin Fen didn't stop him, and neither did the relatives of the Qin family. Everyone watched Qin Yi kowtow again and again. Every kowtow was loud and clear, and he didn't stop even when his head was bleeding. Qin Yi had really changed. This was a fact that everyone could see. The knot in Qin Feng's heart that had been entangled for a long time was finally untied at this moment. He walked over and helped Qin Yi up. The fact that you're able to mend your ways is the greatest gratitude you can give me. A prodigal who repents is more valuable than gold. I believe that with you joining the Qin clan, it will become even better. Qin Feng looked sincerely into Qin Ye's eyes. Qin Ye's face was full of shame. Big brother Qin, let me kowtow to all the sisters-in-law one more time. I was possessed just now, it's really unforgivable. Qin Yi didn't need Qin Feng's permission. She immediately knelt in front of Han Ying and the other women, and kowtowed to each of them. The girls were originally angry and dissatisfied with Qin Yi, but when they saw the scene in front of them, their hearts softened. Qin Yi, I hope you can turn over a new leaf this time. Don't let Qin Feng down. Han Ying spoke on behalf of all the women. Qin Yi stood and nodded vigorously. This time he didn't say much. He was going to prove everything with his actions in the future. Grandpa, Dad, I Qin Yi am unfilial. I kowtow to you as well. Qin Yi kowtowed to each of the elders one by one. Finally, he kowtowed to Lu Jia and the people of Hero City as an apology. When he was done kowtowing, Qin Ye's forehead was almost deformed. Blood covered his entire face, and he felt dizzy when he stood up. Lu Jia helped Qin Yi back to his room to rest. When Qin Feng saw that Qin Yi was on the verge of fainting due to excessive blood loss, he informed Lu Jia. Qin Yi forced himself to stand up and waved his hand. Big brother Qin, I can't rest now. I need to help you with the plan to attack the Verdant sect. This time, the Verdant sect's headquarters has sent a large force to attack Hero City. If the ghost face Yin King and I fail to attack the city today, the Verdant sect evil sovereign will continue to dispatch the other kings and disciples to support us. Time is of the essence. I need to discuss the plan to attack the Verdant sect with Big Brother. Qin Yi looked at Qin Feng with a determined gaze. Everyone was worried about Qin Ye's life when they saw him covered in blood. Qin Feng stepped forward and patted Qin Ye's shoulder. He said in a deep voice, Good. You are indeed a member of the Qin family. Come with me to my villa. Qin Feng brought Qin Yi and the others to his villa. This villa was built with special materials that could withstand a magnitude 12 earthquake and typhoon. Even the Verdant sect's attack didn't destroy Qin Feng's villa. The villa's living room was huge. It didn't seem crowded, even if dozens of people crowded inside. On the way here, Qin Feng gave Qin Yi a qi fortifying pill. At this time, Qin Feng's blood and qi had recovered a lot, and his speech had also become stronger. Qin Yi didn't waste any time after entering the villa. He immediately took out a few maps and spread them on the coffee table. There was a map of China, a map of the United States, and even a map of many small cities in China. Big brother Qin, let me give you a detailed introduction of the Verdant sect's situation. Qin Yi said, The Verdant sect has 5 kings and 1 sovereign. Now that the ghost face evil king is missing, and the ghost face Yin King has been killed, there are only 3 kings and 1 sovereign left. Qin Yi still didn't know that the ghost face evil king was killed by Qin Feng in Devil City. Qin Feng interrupted him and said, The ghost face evil king is dead. There's no need to think about his existence anymore. Qin Yi was shocked and looked at Qin Feng in disbelief. After all this time, the missing ghost face evil king was killed by Big Brother. Big Brother is indeed powerful. Now we have one less formidable enemy to attack the Verdant sect. Now, the ghost face evil sovereign is left to guard the Verdant sect around the world. He has 3 capable subordinates, namely the ghost face strength king, the ghost face demon king, and the ghost face Dao king. The 3 kings have similar strength, but they each have their own strengths. The ghost face strength king has extraordinary strength, and is even more powerful than a stage 10 external expert. The demon king is a devil who entered the Dao and turned into an evil devil. When he goes crazy, he is very terrifying. As for the Dao king, he is good at casting spells and setting up formations. Although his personal strength is the weakest, he can play an important role as a leader in a big battle. Qin Yi was worthy of being the little Zhuge of Jincheng City. He had analyzed the main forces of the Verdant sect in a few seconds, giving Qin Feng and the others a clear understanding of the mysterious Verdant sect. What is the realm of the ghost face evil sovereign? Qin Feng did not care about the remaining 3 kings. He was more concerned about the strength of the Verdant sect leader, the ghost face evil sovereign. Qin Yi shook his head and said, Big brother, even I have never seen the evil lord's true body. No one knows his strength, because those who have fought with him are all dead. According to my guess, the evil lord has at least stepped into the 4th stage of true qi. Hiss! Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. They were all stunned by Qin Ye's words. Whether it was the people of the Qin family, the girls, or Lu Jie, they all lived in the secular world of China. The martial artists of the secular world were symbolized by the 9 dragons and 5 tigers. And the divine dragon was the peak legend. That divine dragon was only at stage 1 true qi. Now that the evil sovereign of the verdant sect, who was at stage 4 true qi, appeared out of nowhere, everyone lost confidence in this fierce battle. Alright, stage 4 true qi is not scary. Continue to analyze the situation. Qin Feng's expression was indifferent. He was the one who killed Ling Changkong, who was at stage 4 true qi. Now that Qin Feng had the golden fur Lion King, a stage 4 true qi could no longer scare Qin Feng. Everyone was shocked by Qin Feng's calm performance. They couldn't understand Qin Feng before. And now they realized that they couldn't understand him even more. It was as if Qin Feng had reached another level. His vision and experience were far beyond their reach. Big brother, you are indeed powerful. No wonder the verdant sect leader has always regarded you as his #1 enemy, and has been hunting you down. Qin Yi smiled proudly at Qin Feng. He was proud to have such a powerful big brother. Qin Yi calmed himself down and continued to analyze. Big brother, other than the 5 kings, the verdant sect still has tens of thousands of disciples scattered around the world. However, the strength of these disciples is uneven. Even if they were added together, they would not be as strong as the 5 kings. If we want to destroy the verdant sect, our main opponent is still the 5 kings. As long as we eliminate them, those disciples will lose without a fight. Qin Ye's analysis was very reasonable. Qin Feng nodded from time to time to express his agreement. Right now, Qin Feng was in urgent need of talented people. If Qin Yi could turn over a new leaf and join Hero City, it would be like adding wings to a tiger. Where are the other 3 kings and 1 king? Qin Feng went straight to the point. Qin Yi said, the verdant sect's forces are spread all over the world, but they have 3 main bases. The verdant sect's biggest base is the 7-star mountain base in Sichuan, China, which is jointly guarded by the Ghost-Face Evil Venerable and the Ghost-Face Demon King. The second base in Hong Kong's Zhongchuan City is guarded by the Ghost-Face Dao King. Qin Yi had a thorough understanding of the verdant sect. He knew the locations of all the major bases of the sect. The more they listened, the more shocked they became. The verdant sect's strength had already exceeded their expectations. Their forces were scattered all over the world. If they were allowed to develop for another few decades, they would be able to turn the world upside down. Big brother, the verdant sect has been hated by orthodox martial cultivators and devil cultivators since ancient times. They run amok and kill the innocent. This time we must destroy those 3 bases. I'm willing to go to war with them and fight to the death. Lu Jie was a hot-tempered person. His blood was boiling, and he stood up to express his attitude. Huang Jinghua also stepped forward. Young Master Qin, Zhongchuan City and Hong Kong are separated by the sea. Please allow me to lead a team back to Hong Kong and report to head leader Ao Wuchang. He will mobilize the disciples of the Hong sect to eradicate the verdant sect's bases in Zhongchuan City. Qin Feng, we want to join the battle as well. We will follow you to attack the main base of the 7-star mountain base in Sichuan. All the women stood up one after another. They were all heroes and heroines of the generation. Qin Yi was touched by everyone's spirit and faith. He never understood why so many beautiful women followed Qin Feng, and why so many subordinates were willing to risk their lives for him. Now he understood. From this moment onwards, he vowed to follow Big Brother Qin to the death. Feng the verdant sect is the public enemy of the entire martial world. Although I'm old, I'm not old. This time I will join the battle as well. The Qin Manor in the provincial capital will join the battle and attack the 3 major bases of the verdant sect. Chapter 1144. Everyone looked at Qin Feng with their blood boiling, waiting for him to give the order. However, Qin Feng shook his head and said, I don't agree to attack the 3 bases of the verdant sect. As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, the originally noisy and bustling hall instantly fell silent. Everyone looked at Qin Feng with astonished expressions. They really did not understand what Qin Feng meant. Before anyone could ask, Qin Feng continued. This time, I want to eradicate the verdant sect. How can I only attack the 3 bases? I want to eradicate all the bases of the verdant sect, big or small. After a moment of silence, cheers broke out. Big brother, this is awesome. It's so refreshing to work with you. Big brother, quickly arrange for me to attack. Which base of the verdant sect should I attack? Lu Jie couldn't wait to set off. Qin Feng smiled when he saw everyone's eagerness. Don't worry, everyone. Let little brother Qin Yi point out the locations of the other bases of the verdant sect, and then we will analyze them together. Everyone looked at Qin Yi, who was extremely excited. He had turned over a new leaf, recalling the inhumane torture he endured when he was transformed into a ghost cultivator. Qin Yi hated the verdant sect to the core. Moreover, Qin Yi wasn't the only one who was transformed. A large number of innocent people were locked up and transformed by the verdant sect. That experimental base was as horrible as hell. Qin Yi immediately spread out the other maps and circled a few points on each map with a marker. As he drew, he introduced each circled location to the others. Each circled location was a small branch base of the verdant sect in Huaxia. Everyone was shocked when they saw the verdant sect had established 36 bases of various sizes in Huaxia after hundreds of years of development. The verdant sect is going to take root in Huaxia. We must eradicate them this time. Otherwise, more ordinary people will be harmed. This evil force shouldn't exist. Their doomsday is coming. Everyone was indignant and rebuked the verdant sect for their crimes. However, they felt uncertain when they saw the red circles on the map. Could they really eradicate such a huge organization? Qin Feng's expression turned solemn. It seemed like this operation was a big mission. Qin Feng needed to deploy his troops immediately. Everyone, you don't need to participate in this operation. Stay in Hero City and rebuild your homes. Leave the attack on the verdant sect to me and Qin Yi. Qin Feng gave the order. He didn't care whether everyone agreed or not. His figure flashed and disappeared from the hall. Qin Feng turned into pink light and stepped on his galactic flying sword. He arrived at the top of Hero City's city gate and looked down at the land of Huaxia. His eyes were filled with determination. Master, you can use the Wuling secret order. Little Pig's voice rang out in his mind. With a thought, an ancient token with the words Martial World carved on it appeared in Qin Feng's hand. He couldn't tell what material the token was made of, but it emitted an ancient and powerful aura. When Qin Feng completed the system quest to become the Alliance Master of Martial Arts, the system rewarded him with 3 martial arts secret orders. This palm-sized plate was the supreme plate of the outer world of martial arts. Once the secret order appeared, all of the outer world of martial arts would be at Qin Feng's disposal. Rumble. Qin Feng channeled a stream of true qi into the Wuling secret order. Something strange happened. The secret order suddenly exploded into a cloud of smoke and disappeared. However, an invisible energy spread out and seemed to spread out. At the same time, the sects in the outer world of martial arts burst into an uproar. The sect leader of Shaolin Temple, Master Yuanji, was sitting in the temple, studying Buddhism and gaining enlightenment. His eyes went wide, and when he saw a golden light flash in the air, he stood up swiftly. The golden light of the secret order? It's really the golden light of the secret order. The sect leader of Wudong sect, Zhang Sanyan, stopped swinging his longsword and looked at the sky. His old eyes nearly popped out of their sockets. The secret order of the martial arts world has appeared? The secret order of the martial arts world has not appeared in the outer world of martial arts for nearly 100 years. I thought that the secret order had already gone extinct. This is bad. Sect leader Annihilation. I saw a golden light flash in the sky just now. I'm afraid that the secret order of the martial arts world has appeared. A female disciple of a Mei sect ran into the hall in a panic. Sect leader Annihilation's robes fluttered in the wind, and her beautiful eyes shone with a shocked light. Quick! Inform all the disciples of a Mei sect to hurry to the place where the secret order appeared. Sect leader Yin of Mount Hua sect had already gathered all the disciples of Mount Hua sect, and they were rushing to Hero City. Sect leader Zhu Bin of Kunlun sect had led all the disciples to personally search for the place where the golden light of the secret order appeared. The martial arts world outside of China was stirred up by a huge storm. The secret order of the martial arts world had not appeared in 100 years, and now it suddenly appeared. As a member of the martial arts world outside of China, no one dared to ignore the existence of the secret order of the martial arts world. This was a rule that had existed since the martial arts world appeared in China thousands of years ago. Once the secret order of the martial arts world appeared, all the disciples of the martial arts world had to listen to the orders of the owner of the secret order. The martial arts world outside of China had already heard the news, and thousands of soldiers and horses were rushing towards Hero City. However, the various big sects of the inner hidden sects all had different reactions. Sect leader Jingxin, the secret order of the martial arts world has appeared. All the sect leaders of the outer hidden sects have already led their disciples to provide support. Does sect leader Jingxin have any plans? Inside Serenity, Hua Xianyu was asking sect leader Jingxin. Sect leader Jingxin looked up at the blue sky, and the golden light of the secret order was still faintly discernible. After thinking for a while, he said, "No matter how strong Serenity is, it is still a member of the martial arts world outside of China. Once it leaves the martial arts world, Serenity is nothing. Ignoring the rules of the martial arts world and abandoning the inheritance left by our ancestors is equivalent to digging our own grave. You will now lead 50 elite disciples of Serenity to the place where the secret order appeared to provide support. I will stay in the sect to help your junior sister Wu Xian stabilize her realm." With sect leader Jingxin's order, Hua Xianyu immediately let everyone out. Snow Mountain sect's sect leader sent Wen Yiming to lead a group of disciples to provide support. Ice Lake sect's sect leader ignored the appearance of the golden light of the secret order, but Thousand Illusion Child secretly led some disciples to Acropolis City. Immortal Cloud sect and Lung sect's sect leader did nothing and pretended that nothing had happened. The other big sects also ignored it, as if the secret order of the martial arts world didn't exist. They didn't send any disciples to provide support. Half an hour later, in front of Hero City in Acropolis City, a large group of people continuously rushed over. When everyone in Hero City saw this magnificent scene, they were all dumbfounded. "Wow, big brother! Who are these people?" Lu Jie's mouth was so wide open that 3 duck eggs could be stuffed into it. Lin Bei hugged Qin Feng's arm nervously and said worriedly, "Could it be that the Verdant sect's reinforcements have arrived? Why are there so many people here? They are all dressed differently, but they don't look like the disciples of the Verdant sect. What should we do?" The large group of martial artists outside Hero City frightened everyone. For a moment, they couldn't figure out the identity of these people, and they couldn't even tell if they were friends or foes. Qin Fen stood in front of the crowd outside Hero City. He calmly looked at the crowd that gathered outside Hero City. They were all familiar faces. "Alliance leader Qin, so you are the one who issued the secret order?" Shaolin Temple's sect leader Grandmaster Yuanji looked at Qin Feng. Although it was his first time seeing Qin Feng in person, the name of Alliance leader Qin had spread far and wide in the martial arts world. Even Grandmaster Yuanji had to be respectful to Qin Feng. Wudong sect leader Zhang Sanyin greets Alliance leader Qin. Amei sect leader Miexia greets Alliance leader Qin. "Alliance leader Qin, why did you gather everyone here? We will do our best to help you." In just a short while, more than 50 sects and forces had gathered outside Hero City, and more forces were still arriving. Everyone greeted Qin Feng respectfully when they saw him, and they addressed him as Alliance leader Qin. This scene had shocked everyone in Hero City. Everyone knew that Qin Feng had become the Alliance leader of the martial arts world, but they had no idea how powerful the martial arts world was, since they had never come into contact with the real martial arts world. When the women, Lu Jie, and the others saw hundreds of people gathered here and waited for Qin Feng's orders like his underlings, they finally understood Qin Feng's current strength. Heroes of the martial arts world, I've issued a secret order to ask everyone to help me eradicate the Verdant sect. As we all know, the Verdant sect is the public enemy of the ancient martial arts world in China. Their existence is a serious threat to society and disrupts the orderly development of the martial arts world. Qin Feng stood with his hands clasped behind his back. His expression remained unchanged, even though he was standing in front of hundreds of martial artists. His voice was as loud as a bell, and it was extremely penetrating. It fell into everyone's ears clearly. True qi and a majestic aura emanated from Qin Feng's body. It was the embryonic form of a supreme expert. After possessing the Hedonist sovereign system for almost a year, Qin Feng had slowly stepped into the peak of the supreme realm. When the martial artists outside the martial arts world learned of the situation, they were indignant. They had long disliked the Verdant sect. However, the Verdant sect was too powerful to be eradicated so easily. However, this time, Alliance leader Qin had personally led the team and used the secret order to gather more than half of the forces in the martial arts world. Therefore, everyone was full of confidence in this battle. Alliance leader Qin, have you found out the location of the Verdant sect's base? If you know the location, I can lead the Shaolin disciples there right now, said Master Yuanji as he put his palms together. I've gained complete control of the Verdant sect's base, and I have a general understanding of the distribution of forces in each base. As one of the 5 sects in China, Shaolin Temple is very powerful. Master Yuanji, lead the Shaolin disciples to the Heartless Mountain and destroy one of the Verdant sect's experimental bases. Qin Feng had already begun to arrange the formation. It was said that the Heartless Mountain was guarded by only 300 Verdant sect disciples and 20 elders of mentoring techniques. With the Shaolin Temple leading the team personally, it was more than enough to eliminate them. Alliance leader Qin, I'll head there right away. Master Yuanji did not waste any time. He gave the order, and over 80 Shaolin elite disciples followed behind him. As soon as the Shaolin Temple left, the other sects were in an uproar. They fought to be the first to receive missions from Qin Feng. Alliance leader Qin, the Wu-Tang sect is not a coward. Please tell us which base to attack, said Zhang Sanyan with a thunderous voice. The disciples of the Immerse sect are also willing to receive missions from the base. We can head there now. Brother Qin Feng, I'll lead the elite disciples of the Snow Mountain sect to attack the larger Verdant sect's base, said Wen Yiming. Chapter 1145. The martial arts world outside of China had existed for thousands of years. This was because martial artists were hot-blooded. Although they were aggressive and fierce, they always maintained a pure and kind heart. When Huaxia was in trouble, the foreign martial artists were the most powerful army that could destroy a country. When the people in Hero City saw how excited they were, the people in Hero City also felt their blood boil. The women, Lu Jie, and the others could not hold back their excitement. Everyone wanted to come out and get the information about the base. Then they would kill and turn the world upside down. However, Qin Fen did not assign any task to the women or Lu Jie, nor did he ask the people of Qin clan to fight. Disciples of the Wu-Tang sect, listen to my order. As the leader of the martial arts world, I order you to attack a base of the Verdant sect at the Northwest River. Don't fight with brute force. It's best to outsmart them. I hope you all come back alive so that we can reunite and celebrate. Snow Mountain sect, listen to my order. Go to Soaring Cloud Valley and attack a base of the Verdant sect. This is a large base. I will send Shimen Chueshue and Glacial Snow Mastiff to support you. Be careful. Elder Qianhuan child, listen to my order. Bring the disciples to attack a large base of the Verdant sect. I will send Ouyang Feng and Flaming Golden Condor to support you. You must come back alive, old hag. Qin Feng arranged tasks for everyone. Basically, one sect would attack the small bases. For large bases, Qin Feng would arrange for 2 sects to work together. Otherwise, he would send his heroes to help. Qianhuan child was so angry that she almost quarreled with Qin Fen when Qin Fen called her an old hag. However, she suddenly felt a warmth in her heart. She didn't expect Qin Fen to send such a powerful warrior to protect her. However, Qianhuan child quickly woke up from the sweetness. She was furious when she remembered that she was raped by Qin Fun in the Chuanzhong restaurant in the Demon City. All the sects in the outer martial arts world received the order and left on their horses. Lu Jia and the others looked at the dusty scene and felt like they had traveled back to ancient times. Boss, are we really not going to fight? I don't want to. Lu Jia was excited by the courage and bravery of the martial arts heroes. He also wanted to fight with the Overlord Slash. Qin Fun looked around and said, "Stay in Hero City and work on the construction. I'll go find some helpers to ensure the safety of the outer martial arts world disciples." After Qin Feng gave the order, no one said anything else. There was a group of female disciples standing at the entrance of Hero City. Just now, the sects outside the world of martial artists had been fighting to get orders from Qin Feng, but the leader of the group of female disciples had never said anything. Qin Feng had already seen Hua Xianyu. Since Hua Xianyu didn't accept any mission, Qin Feng didn't arrange the Verdant Gate base for the Serenity disciples. "Qin Feng, don't go yet. I have something to tell you." Seeing that the crowd had left, Hua Xianyu immediately ran to Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng had just left the Serenity dejectedly. When he saw Hua Xianyu, he thought of Su Ruoro, and his mood became downcast. "Miss Xianyu, if the Serenity doesn't want to come out, then go back. I won't blame you." Hua Xianyu frowned and said anxiously, "Serenity is a part of the outer martial world. Of course we will fight bravely. Why would we run away?" Qin Feng looked at Hua Xianyu in confusion. Then why did Miss Xianyu stay behind alone? Hua Xianyu could see that Qin Feng was in a bad mood, and guessed that it had something to do with Su Ruoro. "Qin Feng, tell me seriously. Do you really like junior sister Wuxin?" Qin Feng was slightly startled. He didn't think that Hua Xianyu would suddenly ask this kind of question. "Miss Xianyu, what's the point of saying this now? Since Ruoro wants to stay in the Serenity, I will respect her choice. Then what if I tell you that junior sister Wuxin has already recovered her memory? She really wants to leave the Serenity with you. But sect leader Jingxin pressured you to leave?" Hua Xianyu suddenly said. "What? Ruoro recovered her memory?" Qin Feng was shocked, but quickly became downcast. Qin Feng didn't understand. What method could sect leader Jingxin use to pressure Su Ruoro to the point that she would chase him away? How did that old hag Jingxin pressure Ruoro? Qin Feng suddenly became angry. Hua Xianyu rolled her eyes. Sect leader Jingxin was her master. Qin Feng called sect leader Jingxin an old hag in front of her. Hua Xianyu almost started a fight with Qin Feng. "Qin Feng, don't call her sect leader Jingxin like that. Even though she's a bit heartless, she's doing it for junior sister Wuxin's sake." Sect leader saw that junior sister Wuxin has a Coldine body that only appears once every 100 years. She's very suitable to cultivate the Serenity's secret technique. So, she wants junior sister Wuxin to stay in the Serenity to cultivate. If she leaves with you, sect leader will kill you. Hua Xianyu was still too kind. Moreover, she had a good relationship with Qin Feng and junior sister Wuxin. Hua Xianyu finally told Qin Feng the truth. Qin Feng was already dumbstruck. "So that's how it is. What a good old hag Jingxin. Does she really think that I can't beat her? After I deal with the verdant sex matter, I will immediately kill my way to the Serenity and take Ruoro away. If that old hag dares to stop me again, I won't be polite." After knowing the truth, Qin Feng faced the sky and roared. Hua Xianyu was so angry that her face darkened. She suddenly regretted telling Qin Feng the truth. Qin Feng stopped shouting. "I'm telling you this because I want to think of a way to solve this peacefully. Don't be impulsive and go to the Serenity to cause trouble. You can't beat sect leader Jingxin. If you go, you'll die." Hua Xianyu knew that Qin Feng was very powerful, but she didn't believe that Qin Feng could beat sect leader Jingxin. Qin Feng looked at Hua Xianyu with a faint smile. He couldn't beat that old hag Jingxin. But if Jingxin provoked Qin Feng would release the Golden Mane Lion King to wash the Serenity sect with blood. Or, he could take out the Fire Cloud Cannon and aim it at that old hag Jingxin. "Miss Xianyu, you're too kind. I owe you a big favor this time. If you need any help in the future, don't hesitate to look for me. If you like me, I can reluctantly accept you as my woman." Qin Feng's gloomy mood instantly improved, and he joked with Hua Xianyu. Hua Xianyu glared at Qin Feng and said seriously, "You weren't like this before. Why did you become so frivolous? You want to reluctantly accept me?" "I don't want to." Hua Xianyu had a celestial aura around her. She was tall and beautiful. When Qin Feng first saw her at Devil Beast Mountain, he was stunned. At this moment, seeing Hua Xianyu pouting and frowning, Qin Feng was a little dazed. "Miss Xianyu, come with me to the 7-Star Mountain's main base in Qingmen River. This way, I can protect you." After joking for a while, Qin Feng immediately returned to business. The outer martial arts forces had already been dispatched. Time was pressing, and Qin Feng couldn't delay for too long. Hua Xianyu was talking to Qin Feng about junior sister Wu Xin and sect leader Jingxin. In the end, Qin Feng suddenly changed the topic. Hua Xianyu couldn't keep up with his jumping thoughts. "Qin Feng, let's talk about junior sister Wu Xin first. Listen to me. Don't be impulsive and kill your way to the Serenity sect. If you go and cause trouble again, sect leader Jingxin will definitely not let you off easily." Hua Xianyu looked at Qin Feng worriedly. Qin Feng rubbed his nose and said indifferently, "Okay, it just so happens that I don't want to let that old hag off easily. When the time comes, we'll hurt each other." Hua Xianyu was speechless by Qin Feng's lack of propriety. She was so angry that she didn't say anything. Qin Feng put Ruoro's matter aside and said to Hua Xianyu, "Miss Xianyu, the outer martial arts forces have already set off. For safety's sake, I'm going to get more reinforcements to help everyone. You and the Serenity disciples will stay in Hero City first. When I come back, I'll bring you to attack the 7-Star Mountain's main base." As soon as Qin Feng's voice fell, he turned into a pink light and disappeared. Hua Xianyu was so anxious that she wanted to say something. In the end, she couldn't even see Qin Feng's shadow. After a while, a big shot arrived at the Dragon Sect's main base in the provincial capital. It shocked everyone in the Dragon Sect. Chapter 1146. Qin Feng stated his purpose of coming, and the Dragon Sect members were stunned. China's Dragon Sect was the most mysterious organization owned by the Chinese government. There were many elites in the organization, and they had always been working hard for China's peace and stability. Logically speaking, the members of the Dragon Sect hated the Verdant Sect the most. The Verdant Sect's heretical cultivators had committed all sorts of atrocities, and their methods were cruel and evil. The Dragon Sect should have joined forces to eradicate the Verdant Sect a long time ago. However, the Verdant Sect was too powerful for the Dragon Sect to handle. For the past few years, the Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance had been secretly attacking the Verdant Sect's base, but they had never been able to inflict any serious damage on the huge Verdant Sect. "Brother Qin Feng, my boy, you said that the Verdant Sect is a sinful sect, and the Dragon Sect has long despised them. However, the Verdant Sect is much more powerful than you and I imagine. It's not easy to destroy them." A tall and burly man clad in silver armor stepped forward. The red cape on his shoulders fluttered in the wind. It was the Blue Dragon of China, Ji Yi. As soon as Ji Yi's voice faded away, Dongfeng Mingwang also frowned and said, "Brother Ji Yi is right. Attacking the Verdant Sect isn't something that can be accomplished in a short period of time. Otherwise, I would have killed them right now." Orange Dragon Chen Qingdi and Golden Dragon Yuan were also present. Both of them shook their heads and sighed helplessly. Apart from the 4 dragons of China, 3 of the 5 tigers had also returned. Yuan Fu stood at the forefront. He looked at Qin Feng and asked, "Qin Feng, did you discover one of the Verdant Sect's bases? I can lead 2 ferocious tigers with you to attack the base." Qin Feng hadn't seen Yuan Fu for a long time. When he saw Yuan Fu's increasingly weathered expression, he knew that Yuan Fu must have suffered a lot after returning to the ranks of the 5 tigers and experienced many life and death battles. The reason why Yuan Fu returned to the 5 tigers was to settle the matter of Qin Feng crippling capital city's tiger Qi Wanjun. Qin Feng walked up to Yuan Fu and placed his hand on his shoulder respectfully. "Uncle Fu, after we annihilate the Verdant Sect, you should leave the 5 tigers and retire to Hero City in Acropolis City. When the time comes, I'll ask my father to go to Hero City as well. You two can reunite. Yuan Fu had watched Qin Fen grow up. Every time Qin Fen was in danger, it was Yuan Fu who protected him. Qin Fen treated Yuan Fu like his own uncle. The feeling was indescribable. One of the representatives walked to Qin Feng's side and said, Qin Feng, if you have really discovered the verdant sex base, I will dispatch the 4 dragons and 3 tigers to assist you in attacking the verdant sex base. The dragon sect has always attacked the verdant sex heretical cultivators as soon as they are discovered. Qin Feng could see the determination of the dragon sect, and he felt gratified. He looked around at the crowd and said, Everyone, I'm not going to attack just one base of the verdant sect this time. I've discovered 36 bases of the verdant sect scattered all over the world. I'm going to destroy all 36 bases in one night. Is anyone willing to fight alongside me? As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, the surroundings fell into a dead silence. Everyone stared at Qin Feng in disbelief. None of them had expected that Qin Feng would discover all the bases of the verdant sect and declare that he would destroy the entire verdant sect in one night. Even though they knew of Qin Feng's current strength and influence, they were not optimistic about this operation. Even if the entire dragon sect was mobilized, they would not be able to accomplish Qin Feng's plan. Qin Feng, isn't it a little too reckless to do this? The 36 bases of the verdant sect are fraught with dangers and experts. Even if the entire dragon sect mobilized, they would not be a match for us. If the verdant sect is not destroyed, the dragon sect will be annihilated. The representatives of the 12 upper peaks immediately came forward to dissuade Qin Feng. Qin Feng's idea was too crazy. Blue Dragon Ji Yi knitted his thick eyebrows together. He hated the verdant sect to the core. After learning that Qin Feng had discovered all the bases of the verdant sect, Ji Yi didn't care so much. He treated the verdant sect's heretical cultivators like the Japanese, and he would kill as many as he could. Brother Qin Feng, I, Blue Dragon Ji Yi, am not a coward. I'll go with you. Ji Yi took a step forward and stood behind Qin Feng like a tall and sturdy mountain. Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang stood beside Qin Feng. Both of them declared, Leader of the heavenly group of the dragon sect, Yin Wushuang, is willing to follow Azure Dragon into battle. Instructor of the heavenly group, Lu Bingbing, is willing to follow Azure Dragon into life and death. The faces of the people in the dragon sect changed when the 2 women stepped forward. Big Brother Qin, I, Zhang Yi, am willing to join the battle. Zhang Yi, a member of the Huang group, ran behind Qin Feng. The leader of the 5 tigers, Yuan Fu, is willing to lead 2 tiger generals. The orange dragon, Chen Qingdi, is willing to join the green dragon team. The golden dragon, UNMO. More and more people volunteered to join the battle. This time, they were not under the command of the 12 upper peaks of the dragon sect. The 12 upper peaks were hesitant, but for the sake of the overall situation of the dragon sect, they did not express their stance. More than half of the dragon sect's members had joined Qin Feng, and the other half stood with the 12 mountain peaks. Qin Feng did not blame them. He said calmly, 12 upper peaks, as a member of the dragon sect, I will not let my brothers and sisters die in vain. The dragon sect is not the only one participating in the plan to attack the verdant sect. I have also mobilized the forces of the outer martial arts world. Currently, more than 50 sects and nearly 1,000 experts have been divided into 36 teams and are heading for the 36 bases of the verdant sect. If you guys want to join, I will arrange for everyone to set off now. If not, I will bring my brothers and sisters with me first. Qin Feng's words shocked everyone. The 12 upper peaks were shocked by Qin Feng's current status. How could he mobilize the forces of the outer martial arts world? Was this the prestige of the leader of the martial arts world? Qin Feng, the 12 of us are too old. We are always overcautious. The dragon sect is proud of you. China will soar because of you. On behalf of the 12 upper peaks, I will also join your team. The 12 upper peaks were moved by Qin Feng's hot-bloodedness and heroism. They immediately joined Qin Feng's team. Now, the remaining half of the dragon sect followed Qin Feng without hesitation. The dragon sect of China, was added to the team attacking the verdant sect. This was a powerful team, and it was like adding wings to a tiger for this attack. Qin Feng personally arranged for the members of the dragon sect to be sent to the 36 bases of the verdant sect. After that, Qin Feng brought Lu Bingbing and Yin Wushuang back to Hero City. Young Master Qin is here. Young Master Qin is back. As soon as the three of them arrived at Hero City, they were stunned by the scene in front of them. Nearly 1,000 people gathered outside Hero City. They were not from the outer martial arts world, but from the families of the 4 cities of the Yun province, and some families from the provincial capital. Brother-in-law, I've been ordered by the elders of the Yun family to support you after learning that you are going to attack the bases of the verdant sect. Yun Zhe had been waiting for a long time with more than 50 elite disciples of the Yun family. Senior Azure Dragon, the Ren family is here. Many people from the Ren family of the St. Medic Hall also came. The provincial capital's Yang family, Lu family, Liang family, Gao family, and Luo family all came. These families, big or small, had conflicts with Qin Feng, and they were all beaten down by him. However, no one dared to hold a grudge against Qin Feng. Now that Qin Feng's status in China was unrivaled, everyone just wanted to curry favor with him and let bygones be bygones. Acropolis City, Jincheng City, Sky City, Yunhai City. Qin Feng, I've missed you so much. A crisp and pleasant voice came from the crowd. Ma Xinxin squeezed out with 2 weird old men. Ma Xinxin could now control the poisonous gas in her body by herself. She could digest the poisonous gas without Qin Feng kissing her. She could keep her body slim and sexy. The 2 people who came with her wore gray robes and straw hats. They were the Yin Yang elders of the poison sect. Qin Feng hadn't seen Ma Xinxin for a long time. He reached out and patted her head. Ma Xinxin enjoyed the feeling very much. She took the initiative to hold Qin Feng's arm and said, Qin Feng, I brought the poison sect to help you attack the verdant sect. I've been cultivating in the poison sect lately. How are you doing? Qin Feng looked at the Yin Yang elders. They lowered their heads and didn't dare to speak. Back then, the Yin Yang elders hunted Qin Feng for the 100-year blood lotus in Su Qiuyu's family. They forced Qin Feng to flee everywhere. In less than half a year, Qin Feng stood at the peak of the martial arts world. When the Yin Yang elders saw Qin Feng again, they were so scared that their bodies trembled. All right, let the Yin Yang elders lead the poison sect disciples to attack. You're too weak. Stay in Hero City and help me build the city. The pretty girl group in Shui are here too. You guys can play together. When Qin Feng was defeated by the dragon god, he turned Qin Feng into Zheng Shui with a true qi formation. Then, he threw Ma Xinxin to Qin Feng as a burden. The 2 of them spent a difficult but warm time in Hong Kong. Ma Xinxin's heart was filled with sweetness every time she thought about it. The outer martial arts world and the dragon sect had set off. Qin Feng didn't waste any more time. He immediately arranged the forces of the major families to go to the verdant sect's bases. Now every verdant sect base would be attacked by many forces. Qin Feng didn't worry about everyone's safety. After everyone was settled, the outside of Hero City became quiet again. Qin Feng didn't let Lu Bingbing and Ma Xinxin participate in the battle because they weren't strong enough. It would be dangerous for them to go. Yin Wushuang followed Qin Feng. Qin Feng also called Qiao Shishir to help him control the white demonic ape. As for the members of the Serenity, they had been waiting for Qin Feng. They set off with Qin Feng. Qin Feng rushed to the 7-star mountain base in the middle of the river. This was the verdant sect's biggest base. Qin Feng didn't arrange for other forces to go there. He planned to destroy this source of evil himself. A great war was about to take place in every corner of China, but the common people had no idea about it. The first batch of forces of the outer martial arts world had arrived at the location of the base they were going to attack. The disciples of Shaolin sect and Wudong sect, who were the fastest, had already fired the first shot. The verdant sect's heretical cultivators had no idea about their plan. They were caught unprepared by the ferocious martial arts heroes. They couldn't believe that there were people in China who dared to challenge the verdant sect's authority. I recommend my good friend's fantasy novel, The Great Xia Marquis. The author is a doctorate student named A Night of Misty Rain. It's a profound fantasy novel. Everyone, please take a look. You're tuning in to the Dreamy Chapters YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support. And don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.